We're gonna let the intro cinematic play, which is incredibly iconic. Takes me back a while now, I guess. And I'll give my kind of rundown of my history with this game as well, because this generation is my favorite generation of Pokemon, and that's not a bandwagon thing. That's been the case since these games came out, which I know also makes it just sound like it's hard to prove, I guess, because back then I wasn't really active on the internet as far as like posting and stuff like that, but I do remember the backlash this game was getting, and it is understandable because mainline Pokemon is so formulaic, and these games, I guess, Black and White and Black and White 2, maybe to a lesser extent the sequels, but Black and White in particular feels like it just is yet another entry in that kind of derivative formula that Pokemon had been doing for, what, like 15 years at that point? From 96 in Japan to, I guess, like 2010, so 14 years. And funny enough, I was 14 or 15 when this came out. I was literally born within days of Pokemon releasing in Japan initially, so not that that means anything, it's just like a weird coincidence. So whenever they have an anniversary, I'm having my own existential crisis, as it were. But yeah, so this is not vanilla Black and White, though. What's good, Space Cowboy? This is not vanilla Black and White, though. This is Blaze Black. Well, this is Volt White specifically, but Blaze Black and Volt White, same difference. I'm pretty sure version exclusives were taken out and stuff like that. So the main difference is like Zekrom or Reshiram, and I've always preferred Zekrom. That's why I picked Pokemon White initially. What I think is cool is in the sequels you get the opposite one. So like if you stick with that as like the canonic like progression of Black and White, Black or White to Black or White 2, you get both Vox Legends out of that, which is pretty sick. And so I've played this hack before. I don't remember, I mean, I've probably played it all the way through before, but like years ago at this point. And I do remember it being somewhat unrefined, at least compared to the likes of like Renegade Platinum or Volt White 2 Redux, but it's understandable because this is a ROM hack from like the year that Black and White came out in the West. Hey, what's good, Eric? I'm looking forward to playing this too, actually. I do think the chances are Dre will do... I'd say Dre like I know him, but I don't. Dreano will likely do a Volt White and Blaze Black Redux at some point, I would imagine. Didn't know Pokemon was in Lamau. That's funny. We're gonna go with the male character, though. In the sequels, I might play as the female character, because I don't like, what's his name, Nate's design as much. But we'll see. So I'm gonna go with Cobra here. But anyway, what was I saying? Juniper's the GOAT, first of all. And, I mean, this game is GOATed in a lot of ways. What was I saying? About the ROM hack. It's gonna be, like, a little bit, I think, a little unrefined compared to Dreano's more recent works. Which is, again, understandable. But, like, I was looking at the differences between, like, Blaze Black Volt White and then, like, Blaze Black 2 Volt White 2 Redux. And there are some differences, and so that also determined what starter I'm gonna pick. We're gonna go with Snivy, because we can get that contrary going, which is pretty sick. Can't really leverage it much outside of Leaf Storm and Draco Meteor later on, but at least if enemies go for debuffs, it'll buff us, so that is a plus. And also, Samurott in this game, which would be my probably second choice, has Vital Spirit, and I just played Renegade Platinum with an Empoleon with Vital Spirit, so I'm not gonna pick the water type with Vital Spirit again. And so we'll pick Empoleon. We'll pick Samurott for Volt White 2 Redux when I get around to streaming that. Because in that one, I think it has Shell Armor, which is kind of boring, but like you can't get crit, so that's nice. That is definitely a plus. I would pick Emboar. Like, Emboar is one of those starters that I used to really not like the design of, especially because... Oh, we get to play this in this beautiful version of Desmume as well. was I saying? Emboar is just too fucking slow. And they make him fire ground, which is cool to differentiate between Blaziken, Infernape, and Emboar, which was one of the main gripes people had that I would agree with, is firefighting was just overdone. Fire ground makes sense for Emboar as well, but ×4 to water, and then just being weak to ground and stuff like that, it's rough. It's tough, and being slow too. Like, it hits like a fucking truck, but you need to outspeed or not get, like, KO'd by these, like, buffed up Pokemon and shit. Yeah, I think Emboar should be Fire Ground, just period, TBH. It makes more sense, but it also makes him more susceptible to, like I was saying, water type attacks and stuff. Being neutral to grass isn't great either. But I have grown to like Emboar, especially his shiny. Shiny Emboar is pretty cool. And so what I'm gonna do, because I insisted last time on sticking with the shitty nature for my Empoleon, which I think was plus attack minus Spit F, which is like the opposite of what you want, naturally, we're gonna go, like I said, with Snivy, but we're gonna play, we'll play Set. Because this is not gonna be a Nuzlocke. That's something I like to get out up front. This won't be a Nuzlocke, because I don't hate myself, and so but I'll play Set. Yeah, I think Set makes sense regardless, but let's make a save here. And I'm gonna speed up a little bit during the saving process. And I'm not gonna soft reset for like modest or timid per se, but I just would like something that isn't complete shit. Now the unfortunate thing, I guess I could change it in PK Hex after the fact, that is true. Cause who gives a shit? Because I have to go through these battles, I think, before I can even check. Let's go. See, Gen 5, we'll get into the Gen 5 designs as we go. The early game designs are really just not it, for the most part. The starters have grown on me a lot. I used to not be the biggest fan of this batch of starters, but I do quite like these guys, especially compared to like fucking Gen 8 starters or something, which I think are now probably the worst batch design-wise. Right? Yeah, because 9's designs are actually pretty solid. I want to see if I have... Oh, I guess I could check in the status menu. Hold up. I feel like we're minus defense nature or something. Yeah, we do have contrary. We might be in a minus defense, actually. That's kind of what it looks like. I don't know these spreads off the top of my head, but... At least like a low IV. You know what's funny, though? Like, I don't mind changing abilities, and as long as it's an ability that you can legally get in Volt White, like I was with Renegade Platinum, I don't mind changing stuff like that in PK Hex. Like if I get an unfavorable ability or an unfavorable nature, but IVs and EVs I'll just leave as is, like I did with Renegade. And looking at my team's IVs in Renegade explains so much. They're so, like, most of them are so garbage. Like Weavile, I think, had like an insanely low speed IV or something. It was like 1 or something stupid, which explains why it would not outspeed stuff that it probably should have. And then EVs, it's like tons of special attackers that just had a ton of attack EVs and stuff. So we're not like steamrolling the game and like doing optimal EV spreads and stuff like that on top of not Nuzlocking. It's just, we're taking the EVs and IVs as it stands. It's just natures, because they're so in your face, and abilities being like way more important than any of that shit, really, in most cases. That's the stuff that I care about. Now, if natures were a little more hidden or something, which doesn't really make sense, because natures are supposed to be like a distinguishing factor, right? Sock and throw. Yeah, there's definitely some misses, but like all the Unova starters have influences from different countries. Snivy France, Tepig from China, Oshawott features Japan. Yeah. I totally see that too. And I think the fire starters historically are based on the Chinese New Year like calendar. Like, you know, year of the rabbit, year of the pig, year of the chicken, stuff like that. Which I think is cool. And I don't know what animals are missing from that. Have we covered all of them? I don't know how many like Chinese zodiacs there are. Alright. Now we're probably gonna get our ass kicked here, but it's all good. Dragon. Interesting. Ooh, tiger, though. I feel like dragon... Wouldn't that probably be Charizard, though? Unless lizard is another one. Although Charizard's not a dragon type, regrettably, but... Do I defense drop this first? Or do I just attack? I think I'm just gonna attack. Oh! This is his first mistake. One thing you didn't like about Galar... Yeah, they didn't have secondary types, which is kind of disappointing. That is true. Like, for Cinderace, it doesn't really matter much, because he has Libero, so he's going to change his type anyway, although Gren has Protean, and he's a dual type, so... But yeah, I tend to like when the starters have dual types. I also find it odd that the Unova starters, or Unova, as it were, don't, except for Emboar, don't have a dual type. In this, though... I want to say Servine and Serperior are Grass Dragon. Emboar's line was changed to Fire Ground, I think from Pignite on. And then Samurot's line, starting with Duat, is Water Fighting. Yeah, the fact that Charizard isn't a Dragon type is an interesting choice. At least we got Megazard X for that. Yeah, I'll fuck with natures and stuff later. I knew we were minus defense. I fucking knew it. Plus attack isn't terrible. Like, the thing is, Serperior's attacking stats aren't that great. It's like 75 in each, I think. It's fairly bulky and really fast, though, so you don't want minus speed. And so, I mean, like, you could sacrifice a little bit of bulk. Like, this actually is not that bad, all things considered. Because you can be a mixed attacker, especially early on when you get, like with Vine Whip and Leaf Blade and shit like that. Especially if you run into an Intimidator, which would boost our attack in this case, with Contrary. Yeah, Serp should have been Grass Dragon, I think. I think that just fits well. And plus, like, Contrary Draco Meteor just sounds too sick. And I think Samurott Water Fighting also makes sense, which you wouldn't want to do with Fire Fighting Emboar, but that's why you would make him Fire Ground, right? And that's part of the reason why I just like these hacks a lot. They make a lot of tasteful changes that make sense. Let's go. Yeah. As far as the dex is concerned, like, early route Mons are really just, like, not my cup of tea. That's where I can most see the criticism of Gen 5's decks. What I don't agree with is that, oh, Gigalith is just Golem, and this Mon is just that Mon, and it's like, well, I just think of these Mons as being, like, regional variants, where, like, Gigalith is just Unovan Geodude, or Golem, as it were. And that's how it's been for a long time. And I also like how you can find, like, Metangs, and I think even Metagross Eye in Black and White 2 naturally, so it's like, that hints at Unova or Unova, whatever. I say Unova, but I know Unova's, like, more accurate or whatever the fuck. But that indicates that, like, Metagross is Unovan native, right? And stuff like that. I think is cool. Damn, we're already setting up the character development here. But don't you go on a journey to learn about the world? Isn't that the point? We'll get the running shoes soon enough. God, this looks pretty damn good. These games don't look quite as crisp in not this version of Desmume. Yes. God, why do I feel like... Oh, I know it. I know it. I saw this name recently in a video or something. I thought it was fitting. Solidus Snake. Good old MGS2 reference there. Could also call him... I mean, Solid or Liquid just as a nickname itself doesn't really indicate much, but... No. Yeah, this is one where if you say no, she just is like... Well, maybe there are certain dialogue options where I'm gonna pick no, because it's funnier. And I also like that the main characters in the Unova games are, like, teenagers, at the very least. Like, the age shouldn't matter too much, but, like... Why not just make them, like, 15 or something all the time? So it's at least, like, not that you're playing as a fucking, like, fetus. You know what I mean? Let's go. That map. And it is a shame that these games got dismissed by a lot of people for, like, very shallow reasons. Like, it is understandable. In a game about creature collecting and team building, if you don't like the creatures that you're collecting or team building with, then yeah, that's like a pretty major thing, I suppose. But like, but for those particular people who are like, oh, I need to play with Pikachu and Arcanine and like the same team in every fucking game, and so they try to like transfer Pokemon. Like, I just don't understand that. I'm like, give me a regional dex, and I'll play within that. For the most part. Of course, ROM hacks like this break the regional decks wide open, but I like building different teams in each playthrough. I really liked the soft reboot kind of thing that they were going for with this game, even if the designs were pretty hit or miss, particularly early on. But I also hold that this gen has some of my absolute favorite designs, period. But there are some stinkers. Holiday was good. Pretty low-key. How was y'all's? The good old mandatory catching tutorial, which I think... I forget if it's mandatory in vanilla Black and White too, or if you can skip that or not. But at least it's like, she just hits it once. I don't know if that was a change from Dre or not, but like, the ones like in Hoenn when it's like they have to hit it twice. This is one of the snappier tutorials, and I could speed up through it, but I'm gonna try to not use speed up as much because I don't want to like blitz through this game too quickly. I don't think there's a ton of like added story stuff because this game doesn't need added story stuff really, compared to like Renegade Platinum with the extra scenarios and stuff. But that might be due to this being an older Drayano hack. But then again, Sacred Gold Storm Silver also added some story stuff in there. As far as catching, I don't think I'm going to bother with the Nuzlocke catching rule per se. That could be fun, maybe. It's a shame you don't actually get anything for winning this little catching competition, though. Alright, we get the running shoes after, was it Accumulatown? Lillipup. I'm kind of down. At least for now. It probably won't stick around for, like, the entirety of my playthrough, but that's fine. Because like I said, early game mons, even with, like, Pidgey and shit like that being available probably, I don't really necessarily want to use, like, Pidgeot or whatever. Nice. Holiday was good. That gives from your uncle. Nice. Oh, you got a Super Saiyan 4 Goku figure? Nice. Nice. I mostly just got, like gift cards and stuff like that. Nothing too fancy. I did get I did get a copy of that Console Wars book. That's about the Nintendo, Sega console wars in, like, the 80s and 90s. I never actually sat down to read that one, so it should be an interesting read. To get, like, especially get some of the more minor details that I might not be aware of. Ooh, minus attack is pretty rough. It's pretty bad, but we're also not Nuzlocking, so maybe it's fine for now. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was able to, I decided to pre-order Persona 3 Reload on Steam, since we're just about a month out with some of that gift card money. Starly. We just played through Gen 4. I didn't use a Staraptor in my playthrough, but I do want to, I guess, try to... I guess we can just stick with this shitty Lillipup, but, like, minus attack is so bad. I do remember this first fight against N being, like, actually pretty tough without grinding, or, like, having a full team or anything like that. Yeah, we all have 2. I know that much. This game starts off pretty tame, too. Like, just vibe-wise and all that kind of stuff. God, I don't know the last time I heard this theme. Maybe it was in Renegade, I don't remember. See, all you really need to do is, like, redo the pixel art in higher res. Like, if you look at the NPCs on the top there, they look a lot crisper than, like, the closer to the camera, the more you can see the pixelation, of course. But it's like, imagine these just being in HD. Like, you'd have to redo the pixel art. You can't just, like, I guess you could slap a filter on it, but that's kind of lazy in my opinion. See, this is why, part of the reason why I love Juniper. You should be talking to the lady at the counter, not to me. Like with the condescending like ellipses at the end. That shit's great. All you need to do is give her. So it was in this game, not in Black and White 2. Although Bianca does the tutorial in Black and White 2, but all you need to do is give her your Pokemon. It's like, where are you off to? Humor me and talk. Yeah, shit's great. A little bit of flavor text. So we'll see if N stomps me and I need to grind it all, but with Contrary Snivy, maybe it'll be fine. I mean, what does he have, like a Purloin? And he probably has something else too, because Drayano. I'm just wondering if I should... I'm wondering if I should lead Lillipup or not. I'm pretty sure he has 2 Mons, so I'm like, do I try to see if he tries to debuff me, which would actually buff me, and so it'd be better to lead with Snivy, or do I try to debuff him with Lillipup first? Because Lillipup's not going to be able to do shit without grinding at all, probably. And the tricky thing, too, about these kinds of games where you don't lose progress, or, well, that it doesn't game over you and force you to reboot your save, is that, like, any items you used stay used. Like, you don't get them back or anything. You could, I guess you could soft reset and reload, but... I have 4 of these. Buy 10 just to get the extra Premier Ball, and then... I'm gonna buy as many of these as I can. Do I have anything? Oh, we start with the bike, too. I forgot about that. That is kind of funny that we start with the bike, but don't have the running shoes yet. I'm going to do... First of all, I'm going to register this. And I know we don't get... we're not forced to fight N as soon as we step out. We can go grind if I need to. Although I forget exactly, it's kind of anticlimactic if you lose in moments like this, which, like... And the fact that it doesn't game over you and put you at your last save also kind of takes me out of it a little bit, if that's the case. Although in vanilla, that's unlikely to happen. So it keeps things, like, pretty seamless. But I forget, do we have to sit through this entire cutscene again? Or do we just fight N? Like, N is just waiting there. He sends us back into the Pokemon Center. And then we just step out and he's like, I'm gonna rematch you again. Immediately. About Pokemon Liberation. Witness the greatest evil team in Pokemon history, or at least, at the very least, one of them. And this is being only one half of the full story, also paints only one half of the full picture of these guys as well. I'm sure most of you believe that we humans and Pokemon are partners that have come to live together because we want and need each other. However, is that really the truth? Have you ever considered that perhaps we humans only assume that this is the truth? Pokemon are subject to the selfish commands of trainers. They get pushed around when they are partners at work. Can anyone say with confidence that there is no truth to what I'm saying? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Pokemon are different from humans. They are living beings that contain unknown potential. Foreshadowing. They are living beings from whom we humans have much to learn. Tell me, what is our responsibility toward these wonderful beings called Pokemon? You know what would be cool? If... I mean, this is going to be super hopeful, because I don't have hope that the remakes of these games are going to be good at all. Just in case they are good, and then it'll surprise me, and then if they're shit, then I won't be disappointed. So, it'd be cool if Colress was at one of these speeches and he was like they show him being inspired, or like you can talk to him and he'll be like, this thing about untapped potential, interesting, isn't it? Like, I'd like a greater chance to research that or something. I don't know, something like that. We must liberate the Pokemon, then and only then will humans and Pokemon truly be equals. Everyone, I end my words here today by imploring you to consider the relationship between people and Pokemon. and the correct way to proceed. We sincerely appreciate your attention. That's a little formation. Although I do wonder, like, is the implication that they've been preaching this entire time, or is this literally the first sermon that Getsus is preaching? Because, like, we see him do this a couple more times, or at least, or maybe it's just an Opelucid, I don't remember. But we at least see it one more time. Conveniently when we're entering town as well. Oh, then you two can't hear it either. How sad. My name is N. Pokedex, huh? Metal Gear. I'm going to combine many Pokemon and Pokeballs for that, then. I'm a trainer too, but I can't help wondering, are Pokemon really happy that way? Well, Cobra is it? Let me hear your Pokemon's voice again. Dude, this battle theme slaps. I fucking love it. The final version's even better, but like, Game Freak fucking cooked with these games. They were fucking cooking, dude. Oh my god. He needs a bug type, which is extremely bad for me. And he also has 3 Mons, so I feel like we probably lose. This is bug ground though, so like, Vine Whip is neutral. But I'm not anticipating getting out of this alive. I just want to kind of see... Oh my lord. And it has Bug Bite. Wow, this early too. Okay. Yeah. See what I said about... Like, this feels unrefined to me. Like, where it's just kind of... like, it's a little too overtuned in the early game. For like, at least for non-grinding. Right? Which, you know... If you were to do a Nuzlocker's always pretty much grind. Which is why, part of the reason why I don't do that. If that is pretty much mandatory for a successful run without pulling your hair out, then no thank you. I've had my fill. It's not like I haven't rolled Nuzlocks in the past. I've done plenty. Tons of randomizers, tons of Nuzlocks. Like, that's pretty much all I played for a few years when I was in college, but with the occasional new release and stuff like that too. Like, I was playing other stuff, but I kind of had a resurgence into Pokemon in like maybe 2017-ish, or probably something like that. Yeah, 2017, 2018 maybe. Yeah, it's probably more like 2017, but yeah, we're fucked, so. Like, this is probably gonna damn near one, okay, 2 shots. That's great. And us being minus defense on Snivy is also unfortunate. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna catch a flying type. And then maybe just grind out a couple of levels. Nothing too crazy. Oh yeah, so we have to sit through the whole thing again? Is that really how it works? I mean, I spent all of my in-game money, right? So, I mean, I didn't lose anything there. I also didn't use any potions, so I'm not really out anything. So what we'll do, this is where I'm going to use speed up. So, apologies for people who can't stand that, but, like, I have to, like, make progress in a meaningful time. I'm not going to stream for, like, 8 hours just to get the first gym. Weaken this a little bit. I think you live another one, unless it's... Yeah. We'll take a Starly. I don't really have a name for Starly. We'll just call him Jet or some shit. What nature are you? Neutral, Keen Eye. So it's not vulnerable to Sand Attack, which is good, and... I think that's a decent squad of 3, but I obviously need to level up Starly a few levels, at least. At least until I get Flying Stab or something. Because I doubt that Nincada... Like, Dre's older hacks do have crazy shit like Bug Bite Ninkata in like your second mandatory battle, which is like fucking nuts. Meanwhile, I'm rocking Vine Whip, which is like base sweat 35, yeah. Tackle was buffed in this gen though. Base 50, can't miss. Yeah, so we'll lead you. We'll just grind up just a little bit. Yeah, because you don't even have a flying move. So we'll at least get it a flying move. Defense curl, that's annoying. I just need to wait for him to not go for it, yeah. Nice. Yeah, because Starly's probably not going to stay on the team, but it's just like, I gotta do what I can to like get through these battles. Ideally without like... Oh, quick attack is nice too. Ideally without like greatly overpowering my squad. I did a lot. God damn. Alright, I at least want to get like... Do you get Peck or something? Like, do you get something? I don't want to over-level, but at the same time, I'm like... I mean, it'll resist Bug Bite. I could also Growl it, but I probably just want to attack. Like, 14 attack is nothing to sneeze at. That's pretty strong for this early. Maybe we get Lillipup up to 7, and then we attempt N again. Oh, look at Zigzagoon, though. Look at him. Look at that boy. Okay, fine. I'll switch out. There's the Pidgey. Pidgey has Gust. That is tempting, but I'm gonna just stick with my Starly, if possible. Odor Sleuth. Let's go heal up. I don't think this will be as much of an issue the further we get. It's just that this early game is not it's a little bit too steep, considering that's your literal second battle. Nice. So Lillipup is still hitting pretty hard despite the minus attack nature, which is good. Oh my god. I want to say you live one. Yeah. Oh, the low health music too. It's the little things, right? Alright, let's get you... at least level 7. But I think that is solid. I think so. Oh shit, we got a pickup item. Got a full heal. Ooh, not bad. So we'll lead Jet. Well, I guess I should heal again, just to be like completely at full health. But what I'll do is like if I lose and I'm like underleveled or my roster is low, like I forgot that N had 3 Mons in this fight and not 2. So like we have 3 Mons, they're all level 7. I forget what his Ninkata was. Was it like level 7 or 8 or something like that? But I kind of have faith that I can outplay the AI well enough to probably win. It's gonna be close, if anything. And unfortunately, because I have to click through this, we're gonna speed through Gets Us a Speech, which kind of takes a lot of the sting out of it, which is why rival fights should allow you to continue if you lose. Specifically rival fights. Now, the evil team fights maybe should actually game over you to your last save, in my opinion, but booting you back to the Pokemon Center is fine. But rival fights, and N I would consider to be a rival at this point in the story, you should just be able to lose and he'll just be like, interesting. It's almost as if I'm right and you're wrong, you know? Like it would just like strengthen his conviction even more, as opposed to making him question himself. If you win, right? And even then, he doesn't really question himself much. He's pretty steadfast in his conviction. Let's see if we can pull this off. So he's got a little Rubik's Cube. What level were you? 6? Okay. So, I doubt all 3 of his mons are level 6, so we should be fine, probably. I'm just gonna tackle. Yeah, I'm not really concerned about him buffing his defense. Because this thing is bug ground. This is not vintage white, where you have, like, flying types with electric moves. That makes no fucking sense. Even though I think maybe the Pidgey line was changed to normal, or, like, flying electric, but that makes 0 sense. That's what makes Drayano... Like, I don't want to... I'm not trying to, like, suck off Drayano too much, but that's what makes his hacks so great, is that it doesn't change too much. Like, it seems like he's always very conscious about what new typings he gives certain mons. I think we maybe over-prepared a little bit, but that's fine. Mankey. Wait, are you Defiant? Wait a second, did I just fuck up? Are you Defiant? Okay. Whoops. Whoops. It just occurred to me, I was like, wait, Gen 5 has actually good abilities for most of these mons. We would have lived a crit. We're about to solo with this fucking Starly, dude. Well, I didn't mean to over-prepare this much, but we also got Wing Attack, which is, like, insane. Yeah, okay, fine. We steamrolled him, but I won't make this mistake again. I should have capped everyone at 6. I don't think that it would have really mattered. I think having a flying type to lead in general is, like, insane. Because Nincada can't really touch you in that case. And then also the Mankey coming out as well. And I was thinking, like, 1 gym badge per stream kind of makes sense, but I feel like you get gym badges pretty quickly, especially early on. Like, once we hit Castelia, that's kind of where things start to slow down a little bit more. There's more trainers to fight, more areas off the beaten path to explore. And that's also way more prevalent in Black and White 2 as well, especially earlier on, right? Like, when you get to Castelia in Black and White 2, there is so much to do. It's not even funny. What did you pick up? Super Potion? Wow. Okay. Okay. Wait, what ability do you have? Oh yeah, pick up. Wish Game Freak and Pokemon Company would make sequels. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, like, I guess Let's Go is technically just in the Mega timeline, because that's like a separate thing, right? What was I going to do? I'm going to pull up the docs real quick. I just want to see what these abilities turn into when these guys evolve. Pokemon Volt White, docs. We can also get Victini if we want to. It's not built in, but there's like some kind of patch or something for that. It might be a little too broken though, but Victini is cool. Pokemon changes, here we go. Let's see. Let's take a look-see here. But Let's Go kind of... I mean, like, it's not exactly a sequel, because, like, you're playing... It's weird. Let's Go is weird. It's just in a separate timeline. I wouldn't call those sequels, per se. Never mind. Let's see. Starly... Kenai... Oh, we don't know. So it could be either. Once it evolves to Saravia, we'll find out if it's Intimidate or Reckless. And then... the fuck? Stoutland. Pickup turns into Scrappy, which I actually would prefer over Intimidate, because we can hit ghost types with that. Maybe Stoutland will stay on the squad. Like, actually. It got an attack buff, and an HP buff, and it's gonna have Scrappy, which, I mean, I would have maybe considered changing anyway, but Intimidate's good for, like, early to mid-game, but Scrappy against, like, Chantal and stuff like that, I mean, that's pretty big. No hidden abilities in this game, though. I don't know if that is something that can be implemented, since it's in the same engine or not. Quick attack here. I like having priority at the bottom. I feel like Starly probably gets swapped out, but this thing, I'm going to change its nature later. Like in between streams. I'm not going to do it right now, but... just because it's going to bother me, but... And I might change this thing's nature too. This thing's... Lonely is not terrible, though. I just got to keep in mind that it's not going to tank physical hits well. Alright, we're going to get the running shoes here in a second. So, wait, did I heal up? Oh, yeah. Just think about that ferret. Like, just prancing along. Classic. Ba-da-da-dee, ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-dee-ba-ba. Gotta love the seasonal differences. Currently, I think December is winter, and like January is spring, and then it goes, you know, summer, autumn, winter, month by month. So that's good. I think playing Black and White, I've been thinking about this. Black and White 1 in winter, I think gives you access to the most optional areas because you go to Icarus City and Twist Mountain and stuff like that naturally, whereas that's post-game in Black and White 2. But Black and White 2, I think you want to play in fall, ideally, because the early areas give you access to other like extra items and stuff like that in the fall. That is the one downside, because a playthrough of one of these games is not going to last you a full month, probably, especially if you're playing on emulator with like speed up and shit like that. But I guess like, because then if you end up replaying it later on, but it's like the same season, then it's like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. But I do think seasons conceptually are very cool. Plus the day and night cycle. Although I guess once we hit January, it's going to switch to spring, so... Maybe I'll just change my computer's clock to keep us in winter for this playthrough. I kind of like the idea of that. I want to say you can find like Growlithe and stuff here, but maybe I'm thinking about Vintage White. I don't remember. Let's see if we can get an encounter. And what we get. Oh, this fucking shitter. No thanks. Yeah, we're not doing Nuzlocke capture rules because this thing fucking sucks. I really don't like Watchog like at all. Like at all. Purloin, though. I mean, there are better dark types later on, but I just kind of want to see what we can find here. Maybe it is just Purloins and whatever. Yeah, I'd like a Black and White 3 instead of remakes, personally, as well. I don't know, though, that's what... I don't know I don't know that is what we're going to get. But I could see... I keep saying, like, I think a Legends game makes a lot of sense, and that could functionally be a Black and White 3. Whether or not it's in, like, the far future Legends game could be kind of fucking sick, though, but if they did a Legends Kyurem, it would make sense to do it, like, in the past, when the original dragon was naturally just... That's how it was, and then we see it get split up into Kyurem, Zekrom, and Reshiram. Or something along those lines. You probably have a flying type, but I kind of want to lead Snivy. Just to make sure we're getting levels on it. Black and White 3 would kind of go hard, though. I would take a Black and White 3 alongside, like, just remasters of Black and White and Black and White 2. Yeah, so he leads Hoot Hoot. I'll try to go Lady and see what happens. Yeah, I figured this was coming out. Sleep mechanics in Gen 5 are weird. This is something that I didn't learn until, like, fairly recently, where if you switch out, it resets the timer on how many turns you've been asleep. So, in competitive, if a Pokemon gets put to sleep, it's basically just knocked out. Unless you get extremely lucky. Which is unfortunate. And also, I think the number of turns is, like, way more variable or something. That was extremely lucky. Yeah, I'm kinda here for scrappy Stoutland with the attack and HP buff though. That might be kind of nasty. Especially because whenever I think about Black and White 1, I always think about strictly using Unova Mons, even though this hack introduces a lot of others. And then Black and White 2 is where I kind of get a little more experimental. Where you have like fucking Lucario and Ampharos and Arcanine and Magnezone and shit like that. Obviously just the first forms early on, but still. We're gonna switch into our Burb type. Goes for tackle. You're uber dead to this. Patrat. Yeah, we'll just take the kill here. Get you to level 10. So something that was changed in this game that there's no option to do otherwise is there are certain gym battles where certain gym battles are either rotation or double or triple battles. I think this first gym is a rotation battle. I want to pay attention and see if the dialogue changes and indicates that, because that's my biggest gripe, is not knowing going into those types of battles. If you know what to expect and you can kind of prep as such, which I like that. Like in Coliseum and XD, you know every battle is going to be a double battle, so you prep as such. But when you get a random triple battle out of nowhere, it's like, how am I supposed to like play this format properly if I have no heads up and I don't just know that ahead of time? And so I know this first battle is a rotation battle, and so having 3 Mons might be required. I don't know how that works if you don't have 3 Mons. They might actually just straight up say, like, you need 3 Mons. They might growl or tail whip. I don't know, they just tackle outright. And see, this is, like, Contrary is an instance where you don't want the AI to be too smart, because otherwise it's not fun. Because then, like, I guess you could switch it. You could switch your superior in on a debuff to take advantage of that. And like, yeah, it's kind of no fun if they just spam debuffs thinking that it's going to debuff you. Like, let's say the programming says like, if this Mon is like at neutral or higher, you try to debuff them, but then it's going to buff me because of Contrary, and then so like this vicious cycle of like, oh, they're +1 now, gotta debuff them, but like, nope, that's not how it works. I don't know, it is a fine balance, I think. As with everything, but like, particularly when it comes to like RPG balancing, it's tricky. It's easy to make things too hard, but it's also, you don't want to err on the opposite end of the spectrum too much either. That's why difficulty options are nice, which Black and White 2 does have, and that does play a role with Volt White 2 Redux. I don't want to invest too much in this Starly though, because this is, like I was saying, this is probably not going to be a permanent squad member. I mean, it could be, since I didn't use one in Renegade, but we have White now, nice. I'm gonna go into you. Let's use a little bit of speed up to get through some of these early encounters. Just a little bit quicker. But battles are pretty fucking snappy in this game. And plus you have the animations look great. And like, it's so good. And Black and White 2 refines that even more with each trainer having a little introductory animation as well. Also, once we get Strength, HMs are not as bad in this game, because like, Strength you can push, and once this is in the slot, it's there forever. For the rest of your save, this thing will not respawn. And so that's nice for like shortcuts and shit. You just teach your Pokemon Strength, push the boulders in, and then you can forget it and then not have to worry about it for like backtracking or whatever. This is very, very nice. Now cut, on the other hand, I don't know if it's the only required one. You probably, I don't know if you, I know you need strength in like Black and White 2 Victory Road. Like in this game, the only like egregious HM requirement is having to use cut to get to the Dream Yard a singular time. Like you just had to use it on that one tree, and then cut trees are really not that common. Past the early game especially. I'm gonna lead Lady to try to get some more levels. Bop, bop. I want to say you don't get it. The thing is, oh, whoa. That's right. That's a little foreshadowing there. I want to say there's not really anything worth grabbing in this town, item-wise, at least in vanilla. Now, I'm unsure if this was changed if this was changed in this hack or not. It's been a while. But I think it is worth just double-checking to be sure. I'm like 90% sure there's nothing of value here. Also, there's a fun video on YouTube about like how many trash cans in Pokemon actually contain something, and it's like very, very few of them. So I usually don't bother unless I know something's in there. But how do you know if you don't check, right? Yeah, this is cool. Makes the world feel a lot more seamless. Or, yeah, seamless. Are they just playing... Dude, that's so cool. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't think there's jack shit in this town. It's just tutorial town. TM. With kind of banging music, though. You look like you would have something, but... Oh, well, he did. Nice. Well, we got something out of this, at least. Sure. Okay, give me a miracle seed or something for that, though, like... some shit. We are gonna get our Elemental Monkey, which... Those ones, they're decent early game, especially because you can get an Evolution Stone in Castelia, which is, like, fairly early. And, we'll end up getting, I think, Panpour. Because you get the one that you're strong against, that you have coverage against what you're weak against, starter-wise, that is. Kricketune, no. What was I saying before, though? Yeah, having a fully evolved Mon... Was that a crit? Probably was. Poison Tail, I think, has a high crit chance. I think. Also has a chance to Toxic you, I believe. No, that was... I thought you... What's funny is, like, I thought you ended the stream. And then I checked back later and I was like, wait, why is there another stream in my sub box? And then at the beginning you explained it, I was like, oh shit, that sucks. That's annoying. So there's another cut tree. There's really not that many of these, though. Yeah, let's take this guy out. Dude, the Pokeballs look super clean though, because I guess those are 3D objects, and so they get polished up by whatever filters in place. Holy crit! Also, I've been super out of the loop as far as Scarlet and Violet DLC, because I'm not planning on playing it. But apparently the setting for the second wave of DLC that just came out a week or two ago or whatever, apparently that takes place in Unova. Like, it's not in a location we already knew, but like it's in Unova canonically. And so you have there's like remixes of the trainer theme and the wild Pokemon theme. And that shit, like, made me emotional, straight up, like, listening to that. And that coupled with doing the Pokemon tier list and talking up Gen 5 so much, had me really wanting to play these games again. Nice 1 damage. Yeah, dude. Dragons in this game slap. The ghost types in this game also slap. Puffagrigus. I like Jellicent a lot. I like Chandelure a lot. Golurk. Dark types also. Crocodile, Zoroark, Bisharp. There's so many. This generation's kind of responsible for some of my favorite types being what they are, if I'm being honest. Like, it definitely pads a lot of my favorite types' rosters. Yeah, it's in like a modern day Unova. So they have like this high-tech academy or whatever it is. Do I want to heal for Bianca? Not really. I mean, like, Solidus... Solidus is gonna handle her, Oshawott. Which she's not gonna lead with, but I want to chip it up to level 10 if I can. Or maybe get a buff off of a Tail Whip or some shit. Yeah, Druddigon's cool. Druddigon's cool. But really, like, all 3 of them are fucking sick. You might go for Growl, or you might just attack. I think I just want to attack. It goes for Fake Out. This is gonna do a lot. I mean, I do have potions though, so like, oh, sick. We got a little attack buff now. It's 1.5 times. Not quite a 2-hit KO, but it's still worth it for me to just attack twice. I could debuff him, but I don't want to. Yeah, I've always liked Haxorus. His shiny is cool too, because it's like a black and red. I think you get a shiny Haxorus in... I think it's white 2. I think in black 2 you get a shiny Dragonite. Or like, you know, a shiny dragon... a shiny Dratini maybe? That you evolve eventually, obviously. But in white 2 I think you get... No, I think you maybe do just catch straight up a shiny Haxorus. Or Dragonite, depending on the version. That sounds right to me. I'm just gonna potion up. I actually don't know if Tackle's gonna kill. Well, no, I mean, like, Vine Whip was like 52 base power or something like that with Stab, whereas Tackle is just flat 50. Yeah, black and red is a nice combo. I've always been partial to those shinies too, like Charizards look sick, Blazikens look sick. Blazikens looks better in like sprite form, but then again, most of these mons look better in sprite form. Wrap probably was better, But we 2 a KO anyway, so I'm not really too concerned about it. We live a crit. Am I in trouble? I'm in danger. Bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. I guess it's really just that end fight that's tough early game. In vanilla, that fight ain't shit, because I think he just has a purloin. Give us a great ball. Very nice. That's funny. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So it is a shiny Gible or shiny Dratini. It's a gift from Benga. That's right. No, wait, but isn't there also a shiny Haxorus in, like, it's called, like, the National Park or something like that, right? Or, like, the, not National Park, but, like, Nature Preserve. Nature Preserve. There's something like that. Shiny Gible. Right, you said shiny Gible, so that's Garchomp. The Haxorus is a different thing. We go here after the gym. $10 dive balls? Are we gonna get like the fishing rod like super early or something? I mean, probably. I know fishing rod in like Black and White 2 is post game. Yeah, Nature Reserve. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Nice X speed. I've never been a fan of using X items. I've like I can't really think of an instance where I really used one. I feel like I don't know. I'll just talk to everyone just in case. Elisa. Elisa is probably best girl from this gen, TBH. In my humble opinion. Scream! This NPC brings up a good point where it's like, isn't there something about, like, canonically, it's hard to raise not only multiple Pokemon, like a full team of 6, but also it's hard to raise different types. Like, they kind of function differently, so that's why there's so many type specialists. I want to say that there's something to that. Maybe that's from the anime or something, where they talk about that, but maybe it is in one of the games. There's an item down here somewhere. Yeah. Great Ball. Not getting any good held items yet, but that's fine. Charon's in the trainer school. I forget the exact order of operations here. I think we fight Charon in the school? Yeah, because I would always get that confused with Barry. Where Barry doesn't fight you in the school in Gen 4, he just, like, whatever. But we can get our Panpour first. I think you're unavoidable, aren't you? Yeah. How do you feel about Mew Mewtwo's story in Gen 1? I do think that it should be fleshed out more. I think it could have been fleshed out way more in the actual games, especially considering how many times Kanto's been remade. Although technically, people count Gold and Silver, as well as Heart Gold and Soul Silver, as Kanto remakes, and like, yeah, technically they were they were built again, but like it's not really the same. So I don't really count that as a Kanto remake per se, even though it's technically, I guess, true. But you don't have the Kanto story or the events that happen. So it's different. But like, it would have been nice in like Let's Go or something if they had fleshed it out more. Because I don't know. I remember seeing some people be like, "Oh, Kanto's story is amazing" or whatever, and it's like not really. Like in the manga, sure, which I've not read, but I know like Mewtwo and stuff is more prevalent, and like if you factor in all the lore and stuff, like yeah, it's cool, but like none of that shit happens in the games, which is what matters most to me personally. But I'm also not like holding out hope that that would be implemented at some point, because I don't want Kanto to be remade again. Let's Go would have been the opportunity to do that, but whatever. Instead we get Trace. Oh, he's gonna quick attack me. Oh no. Never mind. It was just a speed tie or something, I think. Which You don't have Pursuit, do you? No. You're going to go for quick attack? Yeah, I knew it. Did a lot. I'm gonna go for my own, so I outspeed you. A little Skitty. I've always liked Skitty design-wise. Delcatty was a disappointment in pretty much all factors, TBH. You don't have quick attack though, do you? Probably not. Also, Skitty probably should be fairy type, even though normalize is like its niche. Like Delcatty's niche is normalize. But it should be part fairy, IMO. Speaking of part fairy, you're not a water type, but my other two mons are pretty weak. And you probably have a water move, maybe? Oh no, just no. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, Vine Whip does marginally more damage. Oh, it's Sap Sicker. Fuck. I got played. But it's still buffing me, so it's fine. God damn, this thing is like thick as fuck. How is that not even a 2-hit KO? That's crazy. Another defense buff. An entirely new story set in Kanto in the future. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be down for that. I'm always down for like revisiting older regions and like just using the roster of Pokemon that we have, because I think that it's gotten a little out of hand. Maybe more than a little, actually. It's gotten pretty fucking out of hand when it comes to like the number of regions and number of Pokemon. And so I think like if we can explore what is already there more thoroughly, I would take that as opposed to just like tossing like new region after new region, and then it just gets thrown away after a few years until 10 or 15 years later when it's time to remake it, kind of deal. I also wonder, like, I bet the remake cycle will continue even... I feel like once we hit X and Y, it's like, what's the... Well, even at this point, I don't want more remakes, TBH, of Pokemon games. But especially once we get to X and Y, it's like, do we really need to... Like, yeah, just... I don't know, just do a Pokemon Z where it's just like a better version of X and Y instead. Which like functionally could kind of serve sort of as a remake, but not entirely. You don't turn, do you? No. Flame Wheel? What the fuck? Maybe switching into this was a bad idea, but at least Wing Attack is going to do a lot. And you crit. Of course you did, you fucking bitch. Okay. I'm gonna white out here. I don't have Overgrow. So... Yeah, I guess just in case you choke for no reason. Holy shit. Dude, this thing with Flame Wheel is kind of disgusting. What? Wait. No Leer. I think I just lead Jet. I think I can beat this thing. Youngster Joey legitimately has a top percentage Rattata here. Yeah, so we wing attack on the focus energy, which does a lot. And then I think I just quick attack to guarantee that I go first in case, yeah. In case he doesn't crit me and I live. Lit. Oh, whoops. I'll fix natures later. I don't really care. Let me see. Was this thing changed at all? Can now learn Water Pledge and Hydro Cannon. Gluttony into Unburden once it evolves, and that's the same for all of them. With Torrent as an ability. Or wait, Torrent is the secondary ability. I mean, Unburden is cool. The problem with consumable items in-game is that, like, they actually consume. I guess berries are pretty common. I would call you Shuko, but you're not female. So we'll just say... We'll call you Spout in honor of Spout Man. Fix defend. But yeah, like the shitty thing about Focus Sash and weakness policy, which is not in this game, but in the later games and stuff like that, using it in-game is that it's... I wish that kind of stuff replenished, at least from trainer battles or something. I mean, I kind of get why it doesn't. That's kind of busted, but like... It's also kind of... I guess it de-incentivizes you from using those types of items, except in extremely important circumstances where you would want that. What we got here? Neutral nature with gluttony, so you're unburdened, as I was saying before, as I was lamenting. But that's not really that bad if... I don't know the best way to get berries in this game, off the top of my head. There's no, Join Avenue. But, like, there is a berry pouch. But there's not, like, places to plant berries, so I'm like... But either way, having a water type kind of rounds out the squad a little nicely. I guess we gotta go fight Charon, which I probably want to use this on his Tepig, which probably out-levels it, so I kind of want to lead Canpour and switch it out to get some experience on him. No. Well, maybe it gives us something. If we do it. Sure. Antidote. Wakes up. Awakening. Oh, nice. Well, I mean... I'll take that. Yeah, leave this to get a little experience. Let's save it up. What's funny is he's like, the importance of items in battles, and then like proceeds to not use items. Maybe he does. I don't fucking remember. He's only got 2 Mons. He's got his own Starly. So I'm copying both Charon and Bianca, apparently. Yeah, I'd stick with my strat. I go into my own. Wing attack, which should do some big damage. Yeah, that did a shit ton. I bet quick attack kills, in fact. I love that they built this around the beeping. Although nowadays I think the beeping just happens for a little bit and then it stops. I think. Double team or growl. Now, the fact that Tackle was buffed means I kind of want to keep Tackle and Quick Attack. Do I want to try to Evasion Hacks? Maybe. Maybe. I know we're going to be going up against Pokemon that use Workup, which is going to be a problem. I think I just take big damage on you. I don't really care if this gets knocked out. Oh, it eats the orange berry. Yeah, goes for tackle, knocks me out. Man, I do remember back when this game first came out. It came out like a few weeks before the 3DS, and I was rocking, like I was still rocking my base model DS. I never bought a revision. And so I was playing on my fucking crusty, not crusty, but like, you know, dingy, like I just hate the way the original DS looks. It looks so ugly as fuck. Now DS Lite, now that is a form factor. DS Lite is a good looking system. Original DS, kind of blocky, kind of ugly. The screens were a lot smaller than I remember too. When I was like rummaging through my stuff and I saw my old DS in there. But getting the base 3DS at launch felt more justified to me, and that was the first system I paid for with my own money as well. But that, like, the 3DS launch lineup is infamous for being terrible, and it was. But it was just like an updated Pokemon machine for me until Ocarina of Time 3D came out, and then later that fall with Mario Kart 7, 3D Land, etc., etc. Kid Icarus Uprising the next year. But, what was I saying? Playing this game, like booting this up on a crisp new, not new 3DS like the system, but like a new 3DS. Not a new 3DS, but a new, comma, or like descriptor 3DS. It felt like a huge upgrade. Like the screen was so much more clear, and like it's definitely higher resolution to some extent. I just remember that being like the main thing. Being able to play the Pokemon games and have them like look a lot better and stuff like that on a nicer system. Cuts. I mean, this is a base 60 grass move that I'm gonna need after the gym leader anyway. So I think we take that over Vine Whip. I could teach it to Spout for coverage, but we're going to be facing fire types, so I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Can I buy supers? No, I can't. Shit. Ooh, Project Cross Zone. Yeah, those were games that I was looking into. That's right. That's right. Yeah, those were ones that I had my eye on, like, back when they came out. I just never took the plunge for whatever reason. I'm not really a big fan of using, like, non-regular Pokeballs. Especially because we're not Nuzlocking, so it's like I don't need to worry about catching stuff on a first encounter kind of deal. But yeah, I think, I don't know exactly how many streams this is going to be. I can assume approximately 1 stream per badge, kind of similar to how Renegade was structured, but there may be some where I do multiple. Like at this point, I'm probably going to at least make my way towards Nacrene City, and then maybe we pick up like just before the gym or something like that, because there are a good number of trainers to fight. But I should be done streaming this game before I leave for about a week at the end of January, at which point, if we finish this up before then, and I have like an extra couple days, like stream days or an extra week, I have some ideas for some like one-offs, maybe not even one-offs, but like not like a full playthrough that I could do, because I don't want to start a new game before I leave for a week. That just doesn't really make sense to me. I want to try to keep things as seamless as possible, and only really take breaks, if at all, like between playthroughs, or if I absolutely have to. Bring at least 3 Pokemon with you. The reason will be apparent soon. Now, I wonder... I don't want to spoil trainer rosters, but at the same time, important trainer rosters. Wait a second. I want to see... I just want to see what... Like, they have 6 Mons? Rotation battle, it's a triple battle for the rematch. Alright, I'm gonna like just kind of scroll through here blindly and not really pay too much attention. Lenora is a double battle. Berg is a double battle. Elisa is a single battle, so our first single battle gym leader match will be 4th gym. Single battle for Clay. I think Skyla is triple battle, that's right. Icarus, double battle. And then... actually, Drayden's rotation battle, but that's Black, Pokemon Black. Pokemon White, we face Iris, which is a triple battle. And then Elite Four, Chantal double battle, Grimsley double battle, Marshall, oh, they're all doubles? They're all doubles, wow. Okay. Okay. And some of the rival battles are different as well, so we'll just have to play those on the fly, but it's something I want to pay attention to, because if those aren't telegraphed, that is kind of annoying. And, like, in Black and White 2 Redux, or, sorry, Blaze Black Volt White 2 Redux, those changes to, like, the format in which you challenge the gym leaders are exclusive to challenge mode. So you play the normal mode, which is, from my experience, pretty akin to your average Drayano difficulty. Like, maybe it's a little bit lower, but, like, it's pretty par for the course compared to challenge mode, which is, like, even more so. It's nice being able to play normal mode and just not have to worry about double battles or rotation battles or triple battles coming up. Yeah. Nice little type chart testing here. We want to get Pampor as many levels as possible. Oh wait, so we don't just face fire types, but I guess I'm assuming that this next one, whatever panel we step on, will be the type that I face. Past the curtain. Look at Slowpoke, look at him go. Little water gun spraying from his forehead. Do I wrap here? I know, like, oh my fucking god. I know Slowbro is very physically defensive, but I don't know if Slowpoke is, like, more so Phys-Def or Spidef. It's probably Phys-Def because Slowking was added in Gen 2, so that was, like, after the fact. But then again, the special stat was split in Gen 2, so never mind. Special stat was one thing in Gen 1, so, like, maybe it actually is fairly balanced or something along those lines. We get the attack buff so that once I wake up, we knock him out with Cut. We just cut off that Slowpoke tail. Oh, it's just a mix, okay. No Intimidate, those here, Flash Fire. Not that that's relevant to my team, I have no fire moves. Goes for the Leer. Hone Claws doesn't do anything for me with Water Gun, so... Yeah, Striaton's cool. I think this gym is cool. The fact that, they change type depending on what your starter is. Very dynamic. Very cool. Hopefully this doesn't one-shot. Yeah, thank god. Unfortunately, we're not Torrent. I feel like Torrent would probably be better early on. Especially because I'm not unburdened until I evolve, so... Oh. Well, I do have a flying type. But... Jet is already, like, overpowered as fuck right now, so... I'm not gonna switch out to him. There's the Sunspore. That's fine as long as we break through. Yep, cool. Helping Hand. Does this work in rotation battles? I don't know. But it's sure as hell better than Odor Sleuth. And since we're going to be facing a lot of double battles later on, that Helping Hand might actually come in clutch. That's another case for maybe Intimidate being better. Especially early game. I do like the idea of not leaving a gym once you enter it, but I'm not playing with those stipulations, so it's like, you know. I do think that's an interesting idea, though. Like, kind of like, that seems like more of a fun, like, genuinely fun self-imposed challenge than, like, an actual Nuzlocke. Of, like, once you enter a dungeon, you can't leave, kind of thing. I'm gonna continue to lead Spout. But I do like the idea of the gym battles being like rotation or triple or double or whatever. I just think that it being mandatory and how many... There's three things. It being mandatory and like not... It being mandatory, it not being telegraphed that strongly. The fact that they don't come out right and say this is going to be a rotation battle until I'm guessing you talk to them. Even though he says bring 3 Pokemon, it's like, okay, but like, are the other gyms going to say, make sure you bring 2 Pokemon, even though this is like the 3rd gym or whatever? Doubt it. And then the third thing, what was the third thing? There was some other point that I was gonna make, but now I just seem like a jackass, so whatever. Those are the main two, though. Oh no, the prevalence of them, like how many of them there are. Like okay, first gym being a rotation battle, cool. That also fits because there's 3 of them and they rotate, as it were, depending on who the challenger is. But then, like, the second and third gyms both being double battles, and then, like, only Elisa and Clay being, like, the only single battle gym leaders, I'm just like, I don't know. Acro's really good, though. Leer, Scratch. Scratch is pretty weak. God damn. I kind of like just subbing this over Scratch. It's gonna do more in most cases. I'm trying to think of something that resists flying but doesn't resist normal. Like Steel and Rock both resist both, so it doesn't really make a difference. You might be Sap Sipper, so I gotta be careful. But then again, if you're huge power, then I do want to take you out as quickly as possible, so... You do give me a defense raise, though, so I don't feel as... Yeah, I felt like this wasn't as risky, because if they got an attack buff, I at least kind of, like, equal that out. Except if they crit, because I would crit through my defense raise, but... Okay, we'll heal up. Since it's a rotation battle, I don't really need to worry about who I lead. I just need to worry about my first 3. Although I think having Jet in the back to like revenge kill with quick attack and shit like that might be kind of good. I don't have any like hazards or anything, although then again, they have 6 Mons, so that could be relevant. Encourages the early use of a held berry. Do I have berries? No. I don't. Riverstone, Ovalstone, no. Let's do this shit. Shit slaps. Also, I think this might have been a Black and White 2 exclusive thing, but each gym having its own variation of the gym theme is very cool. I also like the subtle differences between the gym leader battle theme between both games. The second game has more like electric guitar, I think, whereas this is more horns. I think. Yeah, but yeah, it like starts with a trumpet or something like that, whereas in Black and White 2 it's guitar. Silent Chilean Cress. What do these guys say? I don't know if I've ever talked to them. That you do not have to face me. Okay, Caress, chill. No one picks fucking Tepig anyway. Actually, I don't know what people prefer. Let's do it. Of course he says he's the strongest. Why would they claim otherwise? You can't prove otherwise because you can't battle the other ones. Oh shit, he's got a starter squad over there. Now what's cool, obviously Hone Claws doesn't affect my water gun, but I can Hone Claws if I live, rotate, and then I can always heal while it's in the back. So I'm wondering if like setting up is the play, or if, I don't know how wrap works, like residual. I don't know if Helping Hand even works during this or not. Probably not, because you only have one in the forefront, but maybe just water gun outright and just see how much it does. Okay, that's good damage. We tank that pretty well. I don't really need an accuracy buff. The only thing I would consider is attack buff for acrobatics, but it's base 110. Like, I don't have a held item, so it's base 110, which is nasty. You're gonna have that blaze. Oh, maybe it's not blaze though. What is Embor's ability in this? I know in Volt White 2 Redux it's Sheer Force and then Mold Breaker when it's fully evolved. Why did I close the docks? Just click Water Gun again. Switches over to Charm, which is faster and goes for the Ember. This thing might be Fire Dragon outright. Oh no, it's not. Interesting. They get the burn, which is annoying. Tepig is Blaze or Adaptability. Holy shit. So maybe it is Blaze, because I feel like that would have done a lot more. Definitely don't want to go Snivy here. I'm just going to switch over to you and tackle to get damage. Oh. Not a triple battle though, so it's not... We don't get that residual. I think... I want to potion you up. Get you back to full. Goes to Tepig. Goes to the tackle. Nice crit that we did live though, which is kind of surprising. Do I? Well, I think I just rotate back to... Yeah, I just rotate back to Panpour and Water Gun, which doesn't quite kill. I'm getting everything into Blaze range, which is not fun. Especially with this burn, but then again... Goes to the quick attack. Does barely anything, which is fine. And we're right on par level-wise, which is cool too. Although then again, his Panseer is going to be probably a higher level. Growth, no. Or contrary. So that is very bad, unless I run Gastro Acid or something on something to swap my ability, but I don't really want to do that. And that would have to be in a double battle scenario or triple. Oh, baby, a triple. This thing probably has speed boost, which I'm kind of scared of. Shit. I can't let Panpour die because I have no revives. I'm even torn if I would really even want to do that, but maybe we just go... Actually, maybe I go into Lady and tackle? Yeah, because I feel like he's gonna rotate. Oh, no, it didn't. That does a shit ton. We got a crit. Lady goes down. We'll get Lady levels later. Jet gets in out automatically, which I just wing attack. Also, it's not speed boost, so that's good. You're faster somehow. No burn, thank God. Wing attack smacks him up. There's the Panseer, level 14 probably? Yeah. I think I just want to wing attack. Okay, good call. Knocks out another Mon. See, these formats are cool, they're just underutilized. Got Chimchar. You're not a fighting type, but wing attack is gonna do a lot. Oh, unless you fake out. Like a bitch. But that didn't do a lot anyway. Where's wing attack again? Goes for bite. No flinch, thank God. You being faster is really annoying. I think I rotate... Oh, I guess I can't use an item if I rotate, that's true. These are his last 3 though, so I kind of don't want to go for Wrap, but I also don't know if Wrap... It probably only affects them when they're in the front, but I don't know if that, like, if it wears off when they rotate, or how that works, so maybe just switching to this to tackle, because I will live 1. I don't know if it's going to go for Fire Move or not. In fact, this might just kill Torchic. Oh, it didn't. It goes for Focus Energy. I still just tackle again because I'm faster than... Okay, it goes for Incinerate. I pray that I live this so I can heal up something. Yeah, okay, I do live. That knocks it into berry range, which I'm very concerned about, actually. How much does it heal? 50? How much health does... Solidus is not really going to do much here to begin with. I'm going to heal up Spout so that it can hopefully tank some stuff. Oh, well that's actually, like, not terrible for me. I think I save Solidus as a sack and I just go, I swap to you to Water Gun, whatever he rotates to. Okay, Torchic gets taken out. Level up, which is big. Another level up, which is also big for, like, quick attack damage. Burn Chip, which is very annoying. The Water Gun's still best to click here, right? Yeah, I guess I just do that to get as much damage on you as possible. You better not flinch me, I swear to God. Good damage. I do live 1 more. He opts to switch. Assist. Incinerate. We'll live this. Hopefully also through burn, I hope. Yes. Very much so. Can I use items now? Not yet. Fuck. Okay. How long does Embargo last? Is that 5 turns? I don't know if I can stall that out or not. Ah, shit. I think I just pray that it doesn't go for Fire Move here. Ah, shit. Please go for, like, not fire move. Okay, that's good because we live, but I can't use items still, right? Unless I wasn't paying attention and it ran out already. Oh, maybe it's... Is it just that Huh. I don't know how rotation battles work. I don't know if that's, like, it only applied to Snivy, or if when I rotated it wore off, or how that works exactly, or if I just didn't pay attention to the prompt that said I could use items again. I just rotated into you and Water Gun. It's not even a question. Yeah. Because that way I can kill Chimchar with a quick attack. If that's what it comes down to, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Oh, now I kill both of them with a quick attack, which is nice. Actually, I don't know if Chim dies to quick attack. Or not. Do you? Well, I mean, it should, right? Yeah, okay, I don't know what I was concerned about. I'm like, this is the predecessor to Staraptor, who's a beast. How could quick attack not kill? Like, less than 25%. Oh, we get a Saravia, which is probably, again, not going to stay on the team, likely. I mean, I don't know. I'm torn. It just depends on what other flying types we find. Because, like, I've never really used, like, Swoobat or... I kind of like Archeops, low-key. Archeops' sprite is cool. Its 3D model makes it look ugly as shit. The animation is fitting because, like, yeah, it's a bird that goes extinct because, like, it loses the ability to fly or whatever, but, like, Archeops actually kind of looks cool in its sprite form, whereas in 3D model, it's just, like, I don't know, just made it like a fat chicken. No offense, I'm sure he's working on it, right? That's Archeops' New Year's resolution, is to cut back on whatever the fuck they eat. Yeah, I mean, maybe Staraptor will be a permanent team member. Especially if it's Intimidate. Intimidate would be really nice. Work up. We didn't know which ability it was going to be, because Keen Eye is both abilities for Starly. So are we Intimidate or Reckless? We are Intimidate, which is good. I would prefer that. Especially for this stage in the game. And especially because our Lillipup is not Intimidate. Or it won't be Intimidate, it'll be Scrappy. It's a little scrappy little lady. Now I think this might be the earliest that someone's PC is replaced by the actual name. I always thought that was odd. Like, Bill you run into before the second gym, right, in Kanto. Before the third gym in Johto. But then in Hoenn you have to go all the way to Fall Arbor. Was it Fall Arbor Town? And even then it's optional to talk to Lynette. And I guess that's after third gym, but that's still pretty late to, like, have someone's PC still be there. Fourth gen, wait, did I even talk to Bebe in my playthrough of Renegade? I don't know that I... Wait, maybe I did, because she gives you, like, a Porygon or something shitty. Something like that. I probably did. Oh, the battle box is cool. I don't know, I forget, is that a multiplayer exclusive thing? I think so, right? Yeah, against other players, that's cool. So you don't have to worry about, like, always carrying the squad that you want to battle with online, which is nice. Got a nice little squad going, I will say. I don't know why I haven't fixed this yet. Yeah, that's fine for now. In fact, this should be like that. I always do like primary stab, secondary stab, and or like just, this isn't stab, but it's like another attack, and then like second slot is usually coverage, or like in this case, it's just like whatever garbage I have, and then fourth slot is usually status move. Second slot can be status move as well. Fourth slot, I usually, like for this thing, where I'm probably not going to keep a status move, it's probably going to be 4 attacks. Like it'd be normal. Staraptor's moveset is always pretty much the same. Normal stab, flying stab, close combat, something else, U-turn, quick attack, something like that. So I typically have priority at the bottom, because usually mons that run priority are usually 4 attacks, in my experience, at least in-game. Otherwise, like, it could go here, I guess. That probably makes more sense for now. Especially when, like, this is, like, very minutia-y, but, like, when it's in, like, a horizontal box where you just... It's gonna be mirrored, I think, but, like, one to the right, you have your priority move, or just right, like, random coverage, or whatever. Down one, you have your secondary stab. And then if you're going for your fourth slot, you're probably not clicking that maybe as much as, like, a status move or something like that. In-game, at least, in my experience. So that's why I keep that there. Problem is, I forget if it was it X and Y? No, I think X and Y and Oris kept the square one, but in Gen 7, it's a list. So it looks just like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I still keep it the same because you can press up to go to the bottom. You don't have to scroll all the way down manually. You can just do this. But it's like slightly different in that way, where it's like 2 clicks to get to here, and then 1 click to get to any of the other spots kind of deal. Not that it matters, like max you're pressing a button twice, right? Because even if you're here, 1, 2, or 1, 2, yeah. I don't know. I really like the system that really Super Mario RPG, I guess, pioneered, unless it was before that, where like each button takes you to a different menu. And I love that the modern Persona games do that as well. There's something about that that's like, just like pressing A for regular attack, B for defend, was it like X for item, and then Y for Persona? That shit is sick. Keeps things flowing a lot more quickly too, because like you're not menuing as much. It's real snappy. Love it. Can't not wait for Persona 3 Reload, dude. I cannot believe that we're almost a month out. And it's almost like almost every other game that I'm trying to play lately, like, just isn't hitting quite the same. I'm like in that mode where I'm just like, I don't want to start anything too crazy either. I did drop, I guess I can give you guys an update on what I've been playing. I've been trying to make an effort to play at least 1 chapter of Thracia every night, and I'm kind of falling into the flow with that game. It's hard. That game's hard. Specifically because of the lack of information it gives you, and not only that, but there's no difficulty toggles. So like, as far as a Fire Emblem game at base difficulty, like normal mode as it were, because there's no hard mode for Thracia, there is like an easy mode with like an experience multiplier, but I didn't activate that, which I'm glad. I'll play it regular, but it's hard for being on like normal for Fire Emblem, because normal is usually brain dead. Not brain dead, but like it's usually very easy in a lot of cases. But yeah, I'm trying to make an effort to like push through a chapter a night, which has been going like pretty well, actually. I did drop Rido 2, not because it's bad, it's actually pretty good, but I'm just not particularly in the mood to play a game like that, so I think I'll come back to the Rido games later, if anything. I'm kind of fingers crossed for a Rido remake, because that first game needs a remake, for sure. The combat is way too stiff. Second game's combat is fine, but... Actually, second game's combat is pretty solid, but I'm just like not... I just wasn't really feeling it. Yeah, so this is the moment where they just start like beating the shit out of this Mana. And I think that this reveal was done too early. What it should have been What it should have been is these guys should have been chastised not by an illusion of Getsus from the Masharna, which we'll see at the end of this, but there should have been other grunts or like one of the sages or something come in and like chastise them and like kick them out or something like that. Like someone with power, like one of the sages. I think that should be that's probably the best way it could have happened. One of the sages shows up and he's like, "Hey, what the hell are you guys doing?" Like, this is not what Team Plasma is about, to like kind of keep up the charade, you know? And even then, some of the sages could be on the side of N, truly. I think most of them were bad, though, and you track them down and get them arrested in post-game, but like, it would give the sages something to do, because most of them are not really that noteworthy, aside from like Zinzalin and Rude in Black and White 2. And Getsus, of course, but like the other ones, I don't know jack shit about them. But that would have fixed things, instead of just being like, oh, it looks like Team Plasma is just like the bad guys again. But it's deeper than that. It is. They just didn't handle this moment particularly well, I think. This theme slaps, though. Black and White 2 theme slaps harder, but... You weak armor? This thing might be weak armor, so I'm gonna play around that. We don't have anything to absorb T-Spike, nor do I ever have a Rapid Spinner. You're probably gonna get up second layer, right? No, it didn't. Okay. Interesting. Only 2 times, which is nice. I'm just scared of weak armor sweeping me. So we're gonna drop its defense by 2. Get some second layer of T-Spike, which is actually good for me. Not weak armor. But yeah, so like regular poison damage does like, I want to say, they probably changed it gen by gen, but it's like what, 12% each turn, whereas toxic starts at like 6 or something like that, and then gradually increases, right? But special defense harshly fell. We take out the Trubbish though. Yeah, I might be down to chat before I leave, late next month. I'll shoot you a message on Discord about that. Let's see here. Forewarn. Forewarn's about Bite, which makes sense. We're probably not faster. I do kind of want to stay in and click Bite in case we are. So I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. We are faster. Flinch? Ah, damn. And he lends the Zen. I guess Intimidate would drop the power of Zen Headbutt. I don't really have anything great to hit this other than Bite from Lillipup, so that was kind of a shame. Also, Lillipup should be evolving fairly soon, right? Doesn't it also evolve at 14? Which means I probably should have just kept it around, but... There's some more trainers we'll fight before Charon at the daycare. Which, that is kind of a bummer in Black and White 2, the daycare not being available until post-game. That is kind of a bummer, and fossils as well. But, like, I don't know. How much does that really matter? Except for, like, the most hardcore competitive players, which, like, why the fuck are you doing that on cart? That sounds miserable. To each their own, though. I mean, like, I get it. If you like riding your bike around for 1,000,000 hours to try to hatch something with, like, decent stats, then, like, sure, but definitely couldn't be me. This thing has high SpDef, kind of, right? I think Arbok has, like, decent SpDef, so I kind of want to go for Acro. Maybe I Home Claws first, but then again, if it's Venoshock... Let's see how much Acro does. I'd say kind of a lot. It might be a roll. We might get the high roll here. We did. Nice. Fucking called it. Second fight back to back. With one of my mons toxic and the other knocked out, which is kind of actually really bad. I did not think about this as thoroughly as I probably should have. Solidus being lead here is pretty bad. But you probably have, like, other poison types in the back, so I probably won't even really need this. I'm gonna heal the toxic off. I do wish that it would indicate to you if it was toxic. Or not. Which it doesn't. On Showdown it does. Have I played the first Octopath? No, I've only played the demo. Whoops. I've played the demo for Octopath 1. But I've not played it in full. Those are games I hope to get around to at some point. The accuracy drop. Well, we can Hone Claws to get that accuracy back. But I'm gonna want a water gun against this thing because it has high defense. So I think I just take the risk and just try to land. Yeah, this is annoying. What are you switching into? Cat? Oh, water absorb, probably, right? Wow, look at you. Look at you. I don't want to risk acrobatics missing though. I think I go into a jet. Yeah, I think Octopath 1 is on Steam as well, I think. Octopath and Triangle Strategy are both on Nintendo and Steam, but yeah, Octopath 2 is on PlayStation, which is odd that that's the only one of those that's on PlayStation, I think. In fact, I wonder if Octopath is on sale on Steam right now. It probably is. Lots of stuff is. Water Pulse is huge. That is a huge buff. And now we can actually take out this coughing a lot easier, too. If only I had U-turn. That would be nice. It's been a bit cryptic in terms of progression. Yeah, I don't know, like, how old school the design philosophy of those games are, because they definitely, like, kind of look the part. Obviously, they're prettier than... Like, they have more, like, lighting and shit like that going on that you couldn't do on... Oh, wow, there we go. On 8 and 16-bit systems, but like what's it called? Yeah, I haven't played enough of those. We got the confusion to make up for that crit, and now we definitely knock him out here, which is nice. Don't you love being engaged by early turn-based RPG battles? Isn't it great? You don't want it to be too hard, but like, I need to actually consider what I'm doing. This thing has Spadef. This thing actually has Spadef. Muck is infamously, like, you get like an Alolan Muck with AV or something like that, Drain Punch, shit like that. Thing lives forever. Alolan Muck is pretty cool. Little rainbow sludge boy. I think I Hone Claws once. Alolan Muck would be what I would consider for my Alola team once we get around to streaming those. Disable, that's fine. That's actually really good that I went for that first, in that case. Because now I can acro for free. It probably 2 shots, yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe not anymore. Maybe we get a high roll or a crit. Nope. It's fine though. Poison Touch, maybe? Nope. There's Water Pulse. It'll kill. Yeah, dude, this shit slaps. But we have to obtain. It starts fucking like. It's like Caleb City's skits where it's like, like fucking like kicking them and shit. Just funny as fuck. Yeah, see, this should have been a real Sage, or even maybe the real Getsus. I don't think that would have worked, but... Like, that would work if it was the actual Ghetsis, but the fact that it's an illusion, it's like, I don't know. Basharn is pretty cool, I guess. Little dream pig. It's probably based on a yokai or some shit, right? There's the Dream Mist for the Dream World, which I never really made use of. That's like an expired feature where you would like go on the computer, I think, and there were like mini games and shit like that. That's how you got hidden abilities in Black and White 2, I think. Which I never liked. Like, I like the idea of some mons having 3 abilities to choose from, but some of them have like such shit abilities, and then their hidden ability is the only good one, and so it's like, can we just replace it with the hidden ability then, in those cases? Alright, I do want to heal up, but I'm gonna come back, and we'll get all the items. I'll catch a mon or 2. I don't know what we can find there. For sure manas, and like the stuff you can normally find in vanilla, but we have to go here. Like, do we have to talk to you? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sea gear. But I never turn it on because, like, you can't really do anything with it. No. Yes. I remember, like, you can rearrange how those little hexagons are arranged and the color of them and shit. Game sync, that's right, and the Entralink. That's also something that I didn't really fuck with that much, either. It made, like, grinding easier and stuff like that. You would get these, like, what were they, pass powers or something like that? Where it's, like, experience boost, or, like, catching boost, or whatever it is. Shit like that. So, like, if we turn this on... Oh, I have to use the touchscreen. Yeah, I always thought the format of this was kind of cool. It's like, we can't really do much with this, but... Is this the customization one? Yeah. It's like you can rearrange shit, change the color of them. That's kind of fun. What do you think? I healed up. Oh, we have an Ultra Ball on you. Nice. It's nice having a reason to use Cut as well. Like, we actually have a mon that can make use of it, instead of, like, just forcing that onto my team. Incinerate. We don't have a fire type yet, though, so it's not really particularly usable. Luck. Now that is just a better wing attack. Smackdown, also decent. Though I don't have anything that can learn it, I don't think. Struggle Bug, same deal. Decent early game thing. We want an Audino or what? Oh well. Drowsy. I'm good. I'm good on Drowsy. Never really been a fan of that line. Venonat, though. I kind of low-key like Venomoth. Mostly because Tinted Lens is just very cool. Venomoth. Got a special attack and speed buff from 90 to 100 on both. Ability 1, Wonder Skin or Tinted Lens, which you definitely would want Tinted Lens, which is insane. And so if this Venonat is Compound Eyes, then it'll turn into Wonder Skin, which I don't know what Wonder Skin does, I forget. It has something to do with, like, status moves or something. Maybe. And Tinted Lens is insane. Let's see what else I can find, though, before I, like, make a decision. Mana? How is Mana buffed? Telepathy, which is only in, like, doubles and triples. Analytic's pretty good. Magic Bounce. It says Dream World, so I don't know if that's something that we can access or not. Magic Bounce is very good. Stat-wise, this thing is very slow, which is a shame. Probably not. Like, I'd rather probably use, like, a Swoobat or something, even then. Ralts. This would just be a Gardevoir. I maybe want to save that if I decide to stream Oris at some point, have the option to use Guard or Gallade. But then again, I like kind of having a mix of Mons. Drowsy again. Do I want anything here? Jigglypuff? Are you normal fairy? Was fairy type... Did they add that in? No, they didn't. I forget if that's in Volt White 2 Redux or not. Like a normal type, like a plain normal type Jigglypuff, I'm good. Plain Psychic, like if this is just plain Psychic still, then I'm good. I don't think... No, because this hack came out in like 2011, so Fairy type wasn't even a thing to implement. Like that wasn't even something that could be, that we would even conceive of. Oh, Gothitelle is Psychic Dark now apparently, which is cool. I've always been partial to... Reuniclus is what I would go for a Psychic type, if anything, in this game. If we're trying to stick with, like, mostly Unova Mons. In which case, what else did I run into? A Venonat? Do I want a Venonat? Again, that's, like, one where I'm like, I'd rather just use a Scolipede or something. The animations look so good, though. Yes, we'll pass on that. Was worth checking out, though. And... take a look at who can learn these TMs, if anyone. Hidden Power... Oh, they're already in order, okay. I wish it would tell you what the Hidden Power type was without you having to go after it. It is a special attack, though, so... It's not like in Gen 3 where special or physical depends on which type it is. Which means that, like, Hidden Power might not be actually bad on you and you, but it depends on what type they are. Which I don't know where the Hidden Power checker is, if that was moved or not. Documentation. Item and trade changes. I don't think that the NPC is removed. In which case, I can just Google it. Let's see here. Black and white, hidden power, checker. Where would that be? Mistralton? Man, I mean, I can look this up in PK Hex. I can at least look it up. That's not something that I would want to change, but we can also just kind of test it out, I suppose. I mean, I guess I would take this over Leer at this point. Hidden Power. I'll take that over Leer. Smackdown, can anyone learn Smackdown? No. Incinerate, probably not. Nope. Struggle Bug. Nope. Work Up. Everyone, actually. Wow, okay. Something that buffs my attack is pretty nice. I would probably take that over Double Team. And you as well over Leer. Helping Hand I'll keep, because that might actually low-key be good. Work Up. I mean, if Hidden Power is garbage or redundant, then I would replace that. But then again, this is kind of redundant. And also, all of your moves are 100 accuracy, so unless we get dropped, then Hone Claws is, like, worse than this. Because this can buff both as a mixed attacker. Let's do that. Pluck. Oops. You get Pluck over... They're the same base power, right? No! Wing Attack got buffed. Okay. Wing Attack got buffed. What is normal hit that Flying can't? I don't think anything, right? In fact, normal is probably worse, right? Because Ghost is immune. I'm just like going through it in my head. I'm like, anything that normal hits for not very effective, Flying also hits for not very effective, I'm pretty sure. Rock and Steel would be like the only ones, right? So wouldn't Pluck just be better than Tackle? Yeah, I don't know. Unless I'm forgetting a type or something, but I feel like Quick Attack is fine. Pluck is just slightly more powerful Tackle in this case, with the secondary effect of eating our opponent's berries, which against Charon might actually be relevant. Now, can I buy super potions now? Yes, I can. Can't buy full heals. Repels. Did they implement the Black and White 2 repel thing? No, because this came out before Black and White 2. The hack even did. Supers. Well, let me... I'm not going to use this. I'm also not going to use this. I'm also not going to use this. So, that's cool. Got plenty of Pokeballs, I feel like. Maybe some supers would be good. Yeah, definitely some supers would be good. I don't want to overbuy on supers, though, because once we get to Castelia, Lemonades are going to be way better. That's more of a thing in Black and White 2, though, but... I guess it's kind of equivalent, sort of. Although I feel like you get through the first two gyms in Black and White 2 a lot faster than in this game. Generally speaking. I want to get Lillipup to evolve, but I forget if it's 14 or 18 that it evolves at. It's not changed. In which case, I'm just going to Google this. I'm pretty sure it might be 18, actually. Cerebi. 16. Oh, so I was like perfectly wrong. See, 16 seems like the obvious one because that's like most starters evolve at 16. Although it doesn't like there's some weird stuff in like Johto. It's like a Cyndaquil evolves at 14, and then I think Croc evolves or Totodile evolves at 18, which is interesting. And like Gen 3, it's back to them all being 16, 36, I think. Whereas like in Gen 1, it was like 16, and then Venusaur was 32, but the other two were 36. Kind of odd that Blastoise was in 34. To like kind of, you know, accentuate that difficulty thing. The starters were kind of supposed to be in Gen 1. And there might be items to get in here, maybe. Nah. Are you familiar? Yes. Okay, double battles, yeah. Oh, you heal us up, that's alright. Which is iconic. You don't battle, do you? No. The other ones do, though. Let's get this Lillipup evolved as quickly as possible. Nice crit. Final Gambit! Thankfully it didn't have a whole lot of health left, but holy shit. That was like... that could have been very dangerous. I've yet to get a flinch with Bite. There we go. Finally. Just tackle to conserve PP. Not that it matters too much, because we can go heal pretty easily. Huge chunk of experience. Well, not to. One of the few Johto Mons that I thought was a Hoenn Mon back in the day, because you find it way easier in Hoenn than you do in Johto. In fact, it might be just in Kanto. Like, in the Johto games, though. Holy Christ! I don't know why I went into this, because it's weak to flying, but I'm panicking. Or just tackle. Oh. This thing is, like, tanky as fuck. Why? Ralts. Traces contrary. Interesting. Oh. Wait, that's actually pretty... That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Let's see what hidden power is, real quick. Or, like, get an idea. Neutral on Psychic. So it's not Ghost, it's not Fighting, it's not Psychic. Water Pulse should kill. It is kind of fun trying to figure out what type hidden power is, just by, like, process of elimination. But it was neutral on a Psychic type, so we'll take that information into the next... There's an item over here somewhere. Yeah. Squirtle. I just tackle, see how much it does, not enough. But he also does nothing to me, so withdraw. I'm gonna work up. Nice. 15 takedown. 90, 85. See, the thing with takedown not only is the recoil, but the accuracy is really bad. 90 is like nothing to sneeze at, though. That I kind of want to risk it. I'm down to risk it until I get a better normal stab. I never use takedown, and so like let's just go for it. That's kind of fun. It's fun. Heal back up. Who's behind? Like, I do want to get you to 16, but like that is going to happen pretty easily. I would like to chip these guys up to 15. Solidus will evolve at 17. We can get another read on this hidden power, though. We'll go for it. What we got? Super effective or nah? Nope, neutral. Neutral on Psychic and neutral on Water. So that doesn't really narrow it down much. I just aggro. Does a lot. Rage. Aggro again. Does a lot. Goes into Piplup. Okay, I'm not going to get any more info on my hidden power then. From this battle. Cut. Nice attack raise. Okay, sick. Second town is... We kind of have a long route to the south, but we actually have to fight Team Plasma in the cave. Gotta fight Charon right over there. I think I'm gonna push through to Necrene, though. It shouldn't take, like, too long. I think it'll... I'll probably be there within the next, like, 30 minutes or so, if I had to guess. Which is just, like, perfect timing for wrapping up the stream. Let's get some evolutions going, though. Take this, Hyper Beam! Yeah, nice one, kid. Nice try, you little shit. Mold Breaker. Hello. Hello, Levitators, trying to avoid Earthquake. Not that this thing has Earthquake, but... How funny would it be if this thing, if he actually had Hyper Beam, like, even in the vanilla game? Like, imagine if that was... his Pokemon's only move was Hyper Beam to keep it balanced, right? That would be hilarious. I'd love that. Why is that not a thing? Game Freak. Hire me 10 years ago when I was like 15. But whatever. This game came out more than 10 years ago, but... Yawn. Comfort. Let me go into you. Yawns again. I just keep switching until he stops yawning. Okay, nice. Bite. Goes into Shellos. Yeah, I could potentially get an answer on the hidden power from this thing. I'm kind of down to do that. We know it's not grass, but depending on if this is resisted or not, then we'll know that it's neutral on ground. Is it like hidden power normal or something stupid? Is that a thing? don't even know if Hidden Power Normal is actually a thing. You would never run it, but... Psyduck, you might be part Psychic, but we know Panpour's Hidden Power is neutral on both Water and Psychic. Leaf Tornado, that, you'd love to see it. That signature move, 65-90, but with a chance to lower accuracy is really nice. I cannot do this until later, which is annoying, but we are kind of a mixed attacker, so I can get rid of Wrap. Like, Wrap is like, yeah, you Wrap turn 1 to get residual damage, but it does so little that, like, what's the fucking point? It might prevent them from switching out, too, I don't remember, but... Yeah, so this double battle it'll definitely give us a Herdier, but it might give us a Servine. If not, that'll be from the battle against Cheren. What you got? Nidoran and Nidoran. Nidoking and Nidoqueen are fun in this gen, with the Sheer Force shenanigans. Let's see what your Hidden Power does, if anything. I'll take down you. Resisted. Double kick. Alright, I'm switching you out next turn. Oh, fuck. Fuck you, you fucking asshole. Dude, seriously? Resisted, so it could be like fighting, it could be poison, it could be grass. From if my Snivy's Hidden Power is grass, that's kind of unfortunate, but I can Hidden Power with Panpour to get an answer on this as well. I don't really have a great answer for these. I actually kind of don't want this thing to be in against these guys, so I switch out. But then I am in a Hidden Power just to see. Although, I guess Hidden Power Ground would be neutral against the types that I've tested it on. We get the Intimidate drop. Is it Hidden Power Ground? No. Poison resists, but it's neutral on Psychic, Water, and Ground. So it's not fighting. Does Ground resist poison? I always get that confused. I think it does. So it's not... It would have... Shellos would have resisted it if it was poison. What else is grass? No, because it'd be super effective on water. I need more info. Or I'm just being stupid. I don't know. Resistances are something that, like, I know them, but at the same time, when I'm forced to, like, think of them on the spot, when it's not, like, extremely relevant, I'm just like, and, like, having to keep track of this. Let's just pull up the type chart real quick. And see, what does poison resist? Because I feel like I'm forgetting something. Poison resists grass, fighting, poison, and bug. I think it's bug then, right? No, because it'd be super effective on the Ralts, because fairy type isn't a thing in this hack. Poison. Does ground resist poison? Let's figure that out. It does. So it's not, unless I didn't pay attention and Shellos did resist. Fighting would have been resisted by the Ralts. Grass would have been super effective. So I think it's poison, and I just didn't pay attention to the Shellos, or didn't click it, or something weird. That's probably what it is. I guess we'll find out if I face a grass type with Panpour, because in that case, Hidden Power Poison's like not terrible. Not ideal, certainly, but... let me think. Spout is going to be key against his potential Pignite, actually. And if Pignite is Fire Ground, which I'm pretty sure it is, assuming he has a Pignite, then this is going to do a shit ton. It's probably going to lead, like, Flying type, so I'm going to lead Lillipup. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, Also, there's so many rival battles in this game. Is this a triple? No. I think some of the later rival fights are gimmick fights. Are you reckless? You are reckless. Okay. I'd take down to try to... Oh, this is gonna be... If I don't land this, I'm gonna switch out, probably. Oh, I did land it. Holy shit. Did a lot. But I'm gonna go into my own, hit the Intimidate drop, and use a move that isn't 85 accuracy. Goes for wing attack. That extra buff wing attack. This should be top slot. But whatever. This should kill. Nice. Roggenrola. If only I had U-turn to break the Gen 5 Sturdy, which is a big buff to Sturdy. Big, big, big buff. What was I theorizing? Hidden Power Poison? Rock does resist poison, so I could test that. Got a nice accuracy buff though, so I'm just gonna leave Tornado. Which it can't one-shot because of Sturdy, but... Well, I guess it could be weak armor, but... Sturdy's better in most cases. Rock Blast dodge because the accuracy... Or no, well, that's evasion, but whatever. Super effective on rock, but not very effective on poison, right? Super effective on rock. So is it water? Water, fighting, steel, grass. It's fighting or steel, I think. It's fighting, actually, because Nidoran resisted, so I think it's Hidden Power Fighting. I'm pretty sure. Let me go back into you. In case of a, like, acro or something stupid. Nope. Nice wing attack. Nice little Tepig. So it's still a Tepig, so we can't do ×4, but Water Pulse is still going to do a lot. Oh, it's this Devious set, but you're Sheer Force, right? So there's no speed buff? Oh no, it's not Sheer Force. That's a Volt White 2 Redux then. Gets another speed buff. We do have Quick Attack in the back, so I'm not too concerned. What was I theorizing this was? Hidden Power Poison? Yeah, you're dead. Jet hit 17. Nice. Nice buff. Get that Scrappy to hit ghost types with our normal attacks, even though we have Bite to hit them. Oh, that's right. I don't remember this track. You could use a little chip, but I can just switch into it because I know we fight quite a few plasma grunts, I think, coming up. So I do want to lead Snivy to get that evolution going, especially because they're probably going to lead poisons that are going to force me out. So let's see what I can find. Mareep? Okay. Probably want to save that for Aurora Crystal. Sunkern, no thank you, even if you're buffed. I do not care. Banpy, though. Banpy, though. There's so many good ground types in Gen 5, though. Like, you know, Golurk, Crocodile, Excadrill. I like Donphan a lot, though. Donphan's sick. And so this is tempting, but let me see what else we can find. Halo. C-Dot. Ass. Shinx. Another Intimidate Mon. I think I'm okay. Luxray's cool, but like... there are probably other Mons that I would just rather use, TBH. Can I run? Yeah, yo, can we like... Can we like not... Can we like not do this? Thank you? Piece of shit? Oh. Lotad? That I would save for like an Oris potential playthrough or something. Banpy. Okay, I guess that's pretty much the extent of what we can find here. There's probably Blitzels as well, because that's normally what you find around here. And I guess, like... the issue, too, with, like, the early game Mons not being that great is, like, you don't have a ton of... you don't really have a super wide selection, either, at this point. And so in team building... I understand how team building could feel pretty... restrictive, which you never want in a game like this, where you're building a team. Igglybuff. There's no fairy type, so I can confirm once and for all if this is hidden power fighting. It is. Nice. Got HP fighting. Switching to you, easy. Smog. Water Pulse. Lick. Oh, it's still base 20, but chance to para. I mean, if this is hidden power poison, which is what I'm theorizing it is, and I think that is probably what it is. I think it has to be. I think I just didn't notice that Shellos, it said not very effective or something. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Either way, Acrobatics hits grass types and other stuff besides grass, which is why poison is such a shitty offensive type prior to fairy. And even after fairy, it's not like the greatest thing ever, but because fairy types are so powerful, like, it is actually decent. Plus, I could always reteach. I could always reteach hidden power if I really wanted to. T-Wave is Unfort. Unfort Rooney. We'll tornado it up. Get little Servine. Going to you. Outer Snow, no freeze. Bite. Knocks you out. Elekid would take down. Nice. Cleffa would take down again. Sick. Yeah, give me that Servine. I think he gets Leech Seed at level 20. Whereas, unless that was changed. Oh, we get Dragon Stab, which is really good. Hidden power fighting, huh? I mean, I guess it's better than tackle. Nice Oranberry. Repel, let's go heal up. I'm pretty sure Servine is Grass Dragon. I know Serp is definitely. I'm just wondering if the middle Evo is. I'm pretty sure you are. Oh no, you're just pure grass. So it's only Serp. That's... Yeah, I think Volt White 2 Redux might have changed that to where Servine is also part Dragon, but... We get additional coverage. I mean, yeah, Dragon's only super effective against Dragon, but there's no fairy types in this, so... That's, like, pretty good, honestly. Hidden Power Fight, Twister, and pretty good coverage. Twister's normally not 50, isn't it? Normally like 40 or something? I feel like it's normally weaker. This needs to change. I would only, I guess, use Pluck against stuff with berries. It is pretty redundant, I guess, but it's better than Tackle, which is what I had before, so whatever. Takedown Bite. I'd rather have this here. That makes more sense to me. I think continue to lead Spout because it's falling behind level-wise. I'm kind of digging the squad so far. I need a little typing variety though. Maybe we catch a Drillbur or something like that. There's probably some good stuff in this cave, in fact. I can grab it after. I guess Drillbur is only pure ground. I was thinking like a steel type for Lemnora would be kind of good. I doubt we can find a ghost type before then, unless that was like unless the encounters were heavily altered. I doubt it's that significant though. I don't really have anything for poison types, do I? I kind of just want to set up PBH. Sludges doesn't get the poison. I'm going to Acro and see how much it does. 2 KO. Gets the poison on us with Poison Gas. We kill you with Acro, though. Nummel. Easy Clap. Boom. Houndour. Also easy Wipe there. Nice. I know speeding through that theme is sacrilege, but we're going to hear it plenty. Would have been cool to do a double battle here, though, with Charon. I'm unsure why they didn't do this. Oh, so this is a double battle. Okay, I spoke too soon. Zubat and Voltorb. Look at him go. Panpour. Ooh. I guess Herdier is probably my best option here. Because my other Mons are weak to one or the other. And they're probably gonna... Oh, roll out Mist. Goes to the Growl. Rollout does land. Hopefully takedown lands, yes. Is that a one-shot? Aftermath plus recoil is unfortunate. But it's not that... The recoil is not that bad. Good old Carvana. Look at him. Voice crack. What the fuck? I'm swimming around with those jaws. Zubit's still a problem. Although I can just get an Intimidate off with this. Speed boost, oh. You're probably rough skin, but I kind of want to just attack you. Oh my god. Crit right through the attack drop. God damn. And my quick attacker's gone too. So I can't easily revenge kill, but then again, it's weakened. So I'll go back into you. I think Bite kills, even though it's resisted. Smacks up the Zubat. Does a lot. Yeah, I figured that would kill. Oh no, it's Speed Boost, not Rough Skin. Wait, duh. Ooh, I would love a Pawniard this early. Like, that's another problem with Gen 5 in a sense where, like, now if Pawniard was like a 3-stage, it would be acceptable, but like there are a lot of 2-stage mons in particular, and even 3 stages, but like the most egregious thing is the 2 stages, like Mandibuzz, Braviary, Pawniard, even like Golurk to an extent. They evolve so late that it's like, and well, they evolve so late that if you pick up one of those mons early on, even if it's available, which most of them are not, but let's say hypothetically, particularly in like Gen 7 when Rufflet is an early game mon, right? You're not going to evolve that thing for fucking hours and hours, so it's not even really worth having on your team. Like, okay, maybe for Hala because he's a fighting type specialist, but like for most of the game's runtime, it's going to get outclassed even with an Eviolite equipped. And so like, but then in Gen 5, it's like you find them so late that you're just going to evolve them almost immediately anyway, so like what's the point of encountering like a base mon? Like I don't know, it's just weird distribution, both in location and level wise. And I guess Pawniard is the first form of 3 now, but not in this game. Hidden Power Fighting will come into play here. And that's kind of why I wish that Game Freak would change how certain Pokemon evolve. Not just because of the held item thing, or like the trading thing that I talked about in my tier list, but also because like if Rufflet is an early game mon, then like just change the level Braviary evolves or something to suit that particular game. But then that fucks with the competitive, because then like you wouldn't want Braviary to evolve early and then still have the same stats, because then that's kind of busted. But like, I don't know. But then if you nerf its stats because it's an earlier game mon, then that fucks with competitive and changes what people know about what to expect from certain Pokemon. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Not that Game Freak cares about the competitive side, so they could just totally do that. Be like, alright, Braviary evolves at level, or Rufflet evolves at level 25 now, but Braviary's stats are not nearly as good. This will swoop at. Swoop it. Roggenrola. I have used a Gigalith before. Gigalith, I think I used it in a certain playthrough, and it did grow on me as a Pokemon. Whismur. Geodude. This seems pretty par for the course. Most likely would be Woobat, but then again, I was saying, like, if I'm going to use a Psychic type in Gen 5, it's going to be a Reuniclus. I already have a Flying type as well, so no thanks. Now, let's go heal. And then... okay. And then what I can do... oh, nice. What I can do is use my Repel to try to find a Drillbur, which I would be kind of down for. At least for the time being. Like, Ground type is one of my favorite types, and so it's tricky to just pick one for my squad. What's my Ground type in Renegade? Gliscor? Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I'm curious. I kind of want to just see. Let's close out of this. And then look at the... I don't really want Pokemon changes. I want wild Pokemon. I want to see what all I can find. Like, because if I can find a Pawniard... oh, fuck. Aeron, Wooper, Bronzor, Fish, Barboach, Tentacool, Shelter. We can't go to the basement level. Woobat, Zubat, Geodude, Roggenrola, Aeron, Whismur, Wooper, Bronzor, Axew. We can find an Axew and Teddiursa this early? Cave Special, Drillbur, Diglett, or Gibble. See, I was saying Drillbur would be nice, but like it's not going to be a Steel type for Lenora. So like, yeah, I could get a Bronzor or like an Aeron or something. But, I don't know, I feel like Bronzor's too passive. And Aeron, that's something I would want to save for like, whenever, if I stream Hoenn to some extent. What can I find? Where they at? Krogunk. I mean, there are like fighting types by Necrine naturally. Let alone, oh, you can find starters in the special grass. Interesting. Like fire starters and shit. Inside Pinwheel Forest, which we won't be able to access, I don't think. Unless that was changed for this hack. Let me see here. Brosock, Dunsparce, Snubbull, Cubone, Heracross. That's something I would want to save for like a Aurora Crystal though. Probably. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to add to the team. I don't think I want to add anything that I can find right now though. Maybe. I'm pretty content with my squad of 4 for the time being. And I don't want to look that stuff up ahead of time too often either, but... Lead Solidus. Yeah, like if I run into something and I'm like, oh shit, that would actually be kind of nice. Like that would be kind of nice, but I'm like, I know I'm going to want to use Ampharos and Aurora Crystal, so... I'm gonna save it for that. There's Blitzel. Tornado it up. I've been pretty good about using speed up, but we're approaching the end, and I kind of want to make it to Necrine shortly. So we will do that. Double Leaf Tornado, if I could break through. If I could break through. If I could break through. Thank you. Oh shit, he's got a... This guy is pretty powerful. We'll say. Nice crit. We'll heal back up. Okay. And fingers off the trigger now. I've been blitzing through a BN5 double team. Because I'm probably going to record that BN plus Star Force tier list shortly. Probably before the new year. That'll probably be... I don't want to like make too many promises, but that'll probably be my first upload of the new year, is that updated tier list. If I can get, depending on how long it is and if I can get it out in time and stuff. Otherwise I'll do something else, but either way, I wanted to play Double Team to like confirm if like that is the best way to play BN5, and like, yeah, it is. I mean, it is. It's small stuff, but like, Double Team is, it's really good. I wish that more Battle Network games got DS versions than just 1 and 5. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. Vulpix, I mean, like, Drought is kind of cool. I don't really have anything to synergize with it, but I also don't have any fire types. But, like... I think Illumise is Bug Electric in this or something. I guess I didn't use Roserade and Renegade Platinum because I was busy using Venusaur with that thick fat. That shit was too broken. Yeah, BN6 DS version would have been kind of sick. BN4 DS version could have fixed a lot of the problems with that game. Also, I feel like 2 and 3 maybe didn't need it as much, because like, BN3, the version differences are so minor, it's like, who cares? Except for like, Boulderback. That's like the main thing, but you can always trade that over. Whismer. I do have HP fighting on you, but there's Water Pulse. Most of these encounters are going to be like pretty whatever. Yeah. Woo bit. This is super effective, but it's so weak. I just go into you and bite. Yeah, Assurance. Just Heart Stamp. Minus attack and defense, like that's like, I mean, any status move that lowers 2 stats or a single stat twice, like it's not bad at this point in the game. I'm wondering if like going for Para Chance is better than just debuffing, because like, I don't know, if I'm going for physical attacks, especially because Lenore is a double battle, like if I click Tickle, it's essentially like using Workup, at least as far as acrobatics is concerned. But also for my teammate as well, but it's like double. Like, or well, no, you're decreasing attack, so yeah, let's get rid of Lick then. Being able to para would be nice, but I don't want to have to rely on luck. Plus normal type gym, so I just made that connection where I'm like, wait, I can't click Lick anyway. So that's that. Yeah, we'll just get a Nacrine, heal up, and we'll tackle all that stuff next time, possibly even get through Pinwheel Forest. Probably get through Pinwheel Forest, actually, if I had to guess. Because there's not really... There's a lot of trainers and stuff to fight near Nacrine, but... I'm gonna switch out into Solidus. Bump, 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 bump. Come on and slam. Didn't para. Thank God. Oh. Oh, but speed boost? Maybe? Crit and speed drop, but that's actually good for me. Well, actually, it probably doesn't matter, because I'm probably faster than all this shit anyway. And of course you have something that's... Yeah, I don't want to stay in on this. I'm going to you on Intimidate. Get that Intimidate off. Focus energy so you can crit me. That's not going to do enough though. Lotad, you are dead. God, I like, especially like just seeing Pokemon that you normally wouldn't see in the Gen 5 games is so refreshing, because like, just because of the animations. And like, yeah, Black and White 2 added a lot of free Unova mons, but not like Lotad and Seedon and shit like that, I don't think. Endeavor? Better than Pluck. I mean, that's kind of redundant, no? I mean, Pluck, I could always reteach. I feel like Endeavor in a pinch. Endeavor plus Quick Attack, I mean... That might actually... That's like an actual strat. But maybe I want... Pluck for, like, berries. Like, mons that are running berries. I don't know. Probably not. Wing Attack is buffed in this game, so it's like... Ooh. No. We'll speed through this one. Shanks. Nice attack raise. I just leave Tornado. Oh, nice para, bitch. Okay. Nuz. Going to you. Nice. Boom. Luxio intimidates. Going to you. Okay, fine. Do I need to use a super? I'm gonna try not to. Okay, nice. Reduce the accuracy. We are not +1 because we switched out. Cut might do more though because we are plus attack. And we're, well, plus attack nature, but I'm minus attack. Right? Wait. I don't fucking know. No, Intimidate hit fucking Staravia. What am I talking about? We crit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Switch into Jet. Wing attack. Dead. Nice little Leech Seed. Hell yeah. That's really annoying. See, that's the thing. It's like you only need cut for that one tree. Oh wait, there's another cut tree I can go back and do though. HM deleter, black and white. I can't keep track of all this shit. It's a Miss Stralton. Oh my god. This might be a PK Hex scenario where I just remove it with that. It's so annoying. Even though cut is like actually decent in this game because it's, you know, base 60 grass type move, but I'll get rid of hidden power for now. HP fighting is like kind of whatever. I guess Twister's probably worse until it's stab because it's not stab right now. But I would rather get rid of cut, and Twister is actually like kind of decent because it can flinch. Although, well, I can reteach hidden power though, because hidden power fighting for Lenore is actually kind of low-key cracked. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go hit up that cut tree that is south of Striaton. I'm gonna heal up here. It's a little bit faster. I'm trying to think. There's that strength boulder at the bottom of the route that I can't do yet, obviously. It's like one of very few cut trees. I guess there is that path in Black and White 2 near Victory Road that's optional. Oh, you might actually... Wait, do you need cut in Victory Road in Black and White 2? I forget. There's an area where there are cut trees, but I don't remember if that's... if you can get around them. Black and White 2 Victory Road is really fucking cool. This one is cool too, but it's like... Black and White 2's one has like a bunch of different biomes and shit, which is kind of cool. Probably want to lead one of these guys to try to get them closer to 20, right? Yeah, move to leader being so late is very annoying. What is the reason why you can't just delete HMs? Like, what is a scenario where that would soft lock you? I don't think you can, right? Because if you're in a dungeon that requires that, then you're not going to be able to box your Pokemon and not have access to it, right? And you can still use HMs when your Pokemon's fainted, I'm pretty sure. So, like, maybe that was a concern, maybe that wasn't always the case. But it just seems weird. It's like, when are you really ever going to get soft-locked? That makes no sense. It's like they made that limitation in case you get soft-locked and then proceeded to not put any HMs where you could soft-lock yourself. Wait. Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge. That's one. Where you cut the tree down. Now that's a simple solution. Just make it permanently delete the tree. Don't know if that was possible on the original Game Boy, but in GBA and Let's Go, undoubtedly, but Let's Go didn't really have HMs, so that's fine. But yeah, Surge, you cut it down, and if you go and fight him and then overwrite cut, then yeah, like, you wouldn't be able to get out, but like, then just make it a different solution or something. I don't know. HMs are bad. I don't like them. They're very bad. Or they're at least poorly implemented. The idea is cool. I talked about it in my tier list, so. Outside or at home? At home. Thing that everybody knows, thing that nobody knows. What am I more interested in is what she said. Well, if there's a thing that everybody knows, I probably already know it. Or it's not as interesting, right? Yeah, which one are you interested in? Yeah, I think nobody knows. That's more interesting, inherently. I guess it depends on how you define interesting, but if you're using the English language. Sunstones, okay. I guess for like Petalil and Cottony. Whimsicott is not a fairy type in this hack, sadly. Also, I have a grass type already. Alright, it's about time to wrap it up. If only secret bases were in this gen. That's like the main thing that it's missing. And I guess there's no Battle Frontier, but like Pokemon World Tournament though. It's pretty fucking shisty. It'd be great to have both. Shroomish, I'll trade Shroomish for a Ponyta. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna explore, well, explore a little bit of Nectarine real quick. What do you sell? Oh, X items? No thanks. Yeah, this town's super chill. With the music and stuff. Oh, I thought you were gonna teach me Mega Punch and Mega Kick. How disappointing. Something good inside? Berg used this warehouse. Oh, interesting. He comes back to Nectarine City, huh? Yeah, see, like, the gym leader's actually doing shit, though. You're gonna give me a Miracle Seed, Charcoal, or Mystic Water? I mean, Oh, she might require you to actually have the Pokemon on you, then. I was thinking about, like, what if you just chose a different one, right? Like, what if I really wanted Mystic Water for my Acrobatics Panpour, which makes no sense, so, never mind. I think that's the only hidden item over here. The spatial sound is so good. And see, that's the thing about Gen 5, it's like, it just nails a lot of little things. And some big things like story and characters. But then it kind of does fumble on, like, you know, the decks a little bit. At least in the first game. But then, like, what else? Nah, it can't really... I guess being, like, the same formula as always, but, like... What did you expect? Can I buy... like, Moo Moo Milks or something? Soda Pop. Soda Popinski. Know about the battle box. No wonder their tea is the best. Wait, what did he... Wait, hold up. Chooses great tea leaves, prepares the best water, pours hot water at the right heat. That's cute. Yeah, you know the fanbase would freak out, though, because they freaked out over fucking Gen 8 Dexit stuff. Which I just didn't really care that much. The thing with that is that they said they were gonna cut the decks because they were gonna work on other stuff, and then the other stuff just wasn't updated or implemented, so it's like, yeah, I get being mad at that specifically. Is there an item over here? Yeah, I thought so. Soft reboot would be cool. I would also... See, the Pokemon dies the moment they stop adding new Mons, that's the problem. Because I would also kind of like for them to just stop adding new Mons for a little while. But that's not going to happen, because the merch just sells way too much. But yeah, good progress, actually. I didn't expect for that to take as long as it did. But I'm glad, because that means we can kind of pace ourselves going through this and kind of continue the 1 gym badge per stream on average. I can't really think... In this game in particular, there is a pretty big gap between the gym badges for the most part. I guess the shortest one would be from like badge 2 to 3 maybe. But then again, Pinwheel is like a pretty long scenario, but once you get to Castelia, you can just pretty much challenge Berg right away. There's a couple things you have to do, but there's a ton to do in Castelia, so that'll be long no matter how we slice it. So next time, Lenora, Necrene City. I love how speed up inflates your playtime significantly. And by love, I mean, it's kind of annoying, but like, whatever. We've got the stream time to go by. So I will catch you guys on Friday for the next stream.